I'm Bruce Buffer. It's time for the Anthony Gorgano Show!
Live from the Xfinity Studios. Happy Thursday to all in the Delaware Valley. Good morning. Good morning. Oh, get out. Well, it's bright sunshine, but a little chill. A little Arctic wind, a Canadian wind blowing up from the north. And you know what? Feels like football. And here's my luck, right? We had the bye week, and it's funny, VG brought this up to me before the show. Because I'm like, listen, that old saying, it was Parcells who said the season doesn't start until there's frost on the pumpkin. And frost is hitting us this week. In fact, Monday it's supposed to be below freezing overnight. And I started thinking about it. I'm like, wow, man, this really is the start of the season. You know, the first September, obviously the first month into the middle of October, you know, you're a lot of jockeying. It's an extended preseason to some point. And then it begins in earnest. And then it begins for real. You start to kind of separate. And then over the last week, we had the trade deadline. The Eagles made some moves. Teams are starting to show who they are. And it's almost like the restart of the season. Now, here it is. Now, the only thing is, because VG brought this up, in our PHLY newsletter that Rich Hoffman does such a great job with, must read. Please subscribe to our newsletter. Rich is fabulous. I love him. I love him. Just like his father. They're incredible. And so Rich does a great newsletter, and he points out that halftime of Monday night is the halfway point of the season. And VG, my boy, I'm proud of him, got sad. That was his first reaction. And when he told me that, of course I did too, because I hate fast. This is my favorite time of the year. I want it to go really, really, really slow, and I want to enjoy it. It's nothing like football season. But I started to get excited because it's like, all right, Monday, Lambeau Field. Andrew said he saw the forecast. Snow looks like it's going to happen Monday night in Green Bay. And it's like, wow, this is it. And this is the restart of football season, man. Second half is begun. We had our first college football playoff kind of thing go. The rankings come out. That gets for real. And then, of course, the NFL, which we care about the most. This is it. This is where it all begins. And the beauty for the Eagles is they're sitting there with a magic number of 6. And we have just started November. And their magic number is 6 to clinch the NFC East. I mean, how spectacular is that, right? Like, this is where they're at. Now it's all about, all right, you know, the division's one thing, but let's lock up the 1 seed. It's going to be the race to the 1 seed. It's going to be a lot of fun, man. We'll go over the schedule, watch all the games. We get the holidays around the corner. This is the best time of the year. I just want everybody to be happy and enjoy it because this is, I love it. I love it. I can't wait for Monday night. Cannot wait. Just can't wait. It's Lambeau Field. It's a great test for the Birds. I missed the hell out of them last week. Like, I don't know about you guys, and I like watching. I watch all the games, right? And I make my Sunday, and Sunday's the best day. But I'm like, still not the same without the Eagles. And we got to actually go another Sunday, but it's a little different knowing that they're going to play Monday night, even though it's the long wait that, all right, they're back. Let's go. And then we got like 2 great weeks ahead of us. Monday night on ABC, Sunday night on NBC against the Lions, back-to-back national games against NFC powerhouses that we're going to jockey with for the 1 seed. I mean, this is going to be incredible. Oh, look at it! Look at it! You're looking live at a frozen tundra, Lambeau Field, Monday night, where the Eagles will invade the Packers. Jalen Hurts, Saquon, I can just see it. The snow coming down. Saquon taking 180 to the house like he did last year in the storm in the playoffs against the Rams. Let's go. Good morning, VG.
What's up, man? I was a little disappointed. You get me fired up. Get me fired up.
I freaking love it, man.
It's too soon, man. It's all too soon. The halfway point of the season's too soon. The snow's too soon. I got impatience. I got to worry about covering now on Monday night because they're going to get frosted up. It look terrible. My alley's nice and colorful still. It's all too soon.
I listen, I'm with you. I love autumn, right?
Yeah.
And I want elongated autumn.
Yeah.
Right? I'm with you. And I be honest with you, as much as I talk about how much I want to fast forward through the summer, I love the summer weather. Like I like the warmth and I like the sun. Right? Like we were at practice last night again, and it's pitch black. It's 5:30.
I hate it. I like the nighttime, obviously, but it's too early.
You're the vampire.
I'm not getting enough sleeping.
But if when it gets dark at 5 o'clock, and it's like pitch black.
The poor folks who have to go to work in the dark and come home in the dark, they don't see any sunlight. That's a tough haul.
Yes, but that's why you do the clocks, right? You do the clocks because waking up in darkness, because I'm up every day about 5:45, right? I take Anthony to the bus stop 6:15, and then start my day. And before we switch the clocks back, you're in darkness.
Yeah.
And there's nothing where you're and you look outside, and it's dark. And you're like, I just want to go under the covers.
Yeah. Yeah. So you see a little sunlight at that time now?
Now it's light.
All right.
Now you wake up, and it's light. I saw sunrise this morning.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it is nice. It is nice waking up because I wake up pretty early to come here at 6 o'clock, 6:30, and it's the sun's already out. Makes you feel good, but when you get to the back end of the day and it's dark at 4, you're like, ugh.
I know.
What a drag.
I know. You saw that there was a great movie. There was actually two. One was done all darkness, and there was a murder in Alaska. And then they did the same thing with Pacino called Insomnia, where it's all light all day.
Yeah, I don't know if I could live in those places, like Iceland and stuff like that.
Where you get all sunlight, it's sunny at 11:30 at night. And then in the wintertime, it gets dark at noon.
Who wants to leave a bar 2:45 in the morning and it's bright out? That's horrible. That sounds horrible.
Well, I do remember that when I was younger.
Yeah.
Leaving, there was a place called the Shea in Atlantic City, and it was open until 10 a.m. And yes. So we would go, all the guys would go.
Yeah.
And, I remember walking out with my cousin 7:45, 8 o'clock. And you're like, yes, you're just, it's all night. And you see people walking to the beach.
Or working out.
Yeah.
Or riding their bikes, jogging.
Oh, my God. Yeah. Riding their bike on the boardwalk.
Yeah.
I remember those days. And you're like, oof.
I might have to do that this week. Sometime coming up. I might have to go down there because you got Tony's Baltimore Grills 24 hours a day and the Irish Pub's 24 hours a day.
Yeah, I see. Chooch lives there, loves it. He loves those places. The Irish Pub, all those places.
It's the wood in there. It's such a great little pub.
Yeah. He loves it because he's in Brigantine, so he's always.
Oh, me and Tooch might have to do it all night.
He loves it. He loves it. He's a big AC. He's there all the time.
All right.
Yeah.
So it's just a little too. I don't know. I was feeling sad. You got me fired up about this game. I do hope it snows. I hope they get 3 feet in Lambeau and leave it up there.
I mean, it'd be fun. I mean, listen, I get sad too. My worst period is, January 2nd because college football is about to end. There's usually just the 2 playoff games left or the championship game, whatever. And, there's 1 week left in the regular season. The last week of the NFL season stinks. And then it's playoffs. And it's the one sport where I don't look forward to the playoffs. I love the playoffs, but I don't look forward to it because it means you're dwindling the amount of games.
And they're only one and done. It's not like the other playoffs where you got series.
Right.
It's just one and done.
Right.
It's so
to me, it sounds weird, but the NFL is the worst of the playoffs.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Right? Yeah. The series is all you get to NBA, NHL.
Yeah.
And you're in a series.
It's a little anticlimactic.
Baseball's the best.
Baseball's the best.
Hockey's
right there. Yeah. It's the one and done. It's
it sucks. It does.
All right. Let's go best out of 3 for the Super Bowl.
I would love that. I pitched that years ago. I said, would you guys, when I was on the air, on the radio, hey, would you guys be up for, I want to do, I said that they do, the only problem is like a home and a home and then the Super Bowl. But you can't guarantee that
you can't guarantee the rubber match.
A best of 3.
Yeah.
You know?
That's funny.
But it would be awesome to do something like that. That would be fantastic. The whole concept of this time of the year, like of leading into the playoffs, is about getting healthy.
Yeah.
Or hopefully you're healthy and playing your best football, right? Mm-hmm. And I think all of it points in the Eagles' favor, right? I think there's talking to BG yesterday, or I think it was yesterday. I lose track of the days. There feels like an energy there, right? There feels good. The reinforcements, they're healthy. They're getting healthy. Like that old line's hopefully only going to get healthy, and then you get guys back on defense.
It felt like the perfectly timed bye because they had a rough stretch of games. They got a rough couple coming up. Take a breather before you do Lions, Packers. It felt perfectly timed.
I thought it was advantageous.
Yeah,
I really did.
Yeah, it feels like it's set up, man.
And then when you look around at the landscape, and we've done that a couple times this week. When you look around and you go, all right, well, the Packers lose Tucker Kraft, and the Lions all of a sudden they lost to Minnesota. Look a little vulnerable.
Well, they seem like a repeat story. Their defense gets hurt constantly. Maybe they get healthy. Maybe they don't. Maybe they stay banged up again. That's what happened to them last year.
I know. And you look at Tampa. You look at Seattle. You look at these other teams. I don't know.
I'm so out on Seattle. I hear Baldy, everybody. I am so out on this team.
Well, we debated the brain because the brain loves the Seahawks, right? And I was like, dude, who have they really beaten?
Right.
Like, give me your signature wins that you go, wow, they've looked good, but they beat Washington, and look, Daniels gets hurt late, or in the fourth quarter, so it was a good win. But I think they stink Washington, right?
I agree with you there.
So I go, wow, they were impressive, but I'm not quaking in my boots. And before that, they didn't really look great. They looked good.
Like I'm looking like what great defensive coordinator has Darnold play against? I mean, nobody yet.
I think Todd
Bowles. He played against Todd Bowles and they lost. Yeah.
I think the brain is just a Sam Darnold fan.
I guess Houston's got a good defense.
Really, I just think he's a Sam Darnold fan because last year he was doing the same thing with the Vikings, right?
Yes,
like he was very high on the Vikings.
He loves Darnold.
They were a flash in the pan team, and now here's Sam Darnold on the Seahawks doing the same thing yet again.
Yeah. I think it's you're almost in like you're obsessed by now and like what you're seeing.
Yeah.
And again, they're good, but like I saw Sam Darnold twice spit the bit.
Yeah.
Like I brought it up. I brought it up to Baldy. He's like, well, they didn't protect him. He sucked in the game. I don't care what you're talking about. He against the Lions and that defense.
Oh, horrible.
He threw, how about all those interceptions?
Yeah.
Right? Like that was the last game of the season.
He was like atrocious.
And then he plays the Rams.
Like the first time he saw pressure in a blitz.
And then he plays the Rams in Arizona. It wasn't even like home field. Remember they had to move the game?
Yeah.
Because of the fires,
They moved the game to Arizona and he plays and he's terrible. So I'm supposed to be afraid of Sam Darnold?
He comes up
like
short.
Baker, all right. Like I think Baker's legit.
I agree.
But Darnold, I think he's good, but I don't know. There's a reason why Minnesota went with McCarthy.
Yeah.
There's 3 teams. Lions, Packers, and Rams. Other than that, there's nobody I don't think.
I would throw Tampa.
Oh, no, my bad.
Because
I actually
they're going to get Bucky
I have
Irving.
Tampa ahead of Green Bay, actually.
Okay. Well, they're going to get Bucky Irving back.
Yeah.
And they're going to get
Godwin will play.
McMillan, their other receiver, hasn't played all year.
And Evans will be back, they think, the end of the year.
When if they ever get healthy, that's a pretty nasty offense.
For sure.
Yeah.
So
I think they're legit. Again, Rams. You're right about the Rams. They're very good, and Green Bay, Detroit, and
it's almost like whoever's the healthiest, except for the Eagles. I feel like they're pretty good.
Again, this sounds so elemental, but it's just the truth. They just don't turn the ball over. Like the one time they turned the ball over inopportune against the Giants, they lost. But they don't do it because Hurts protects the ball.
And they're very efficient in the red zone. And those two, that's a great combination to have.
It is.
And I feel like they don't feel as like the Rams are fragile with Stafford. The Buccaneers are pretty fragile with some injuries. The Eagles,
Lions are
the
fragile.
Eagles don't feel as fragile to me.
I agree.
Maybe I'm crazy.
No, listen. I look at it. I'm always down the middle. Like I try to look at it as objective as possible. Mm-hmm. I think you're right. I think you're 100% right. Like they're not fragile. The quarterback's tough.
And I'm not taking them for granted. Jalen Hurts is amazing, having a great year. If, God forbid, something did, I don't feel they're in a better place than the other teams if they lose their starting quarterback.
You know how I feel about
the
King,
so I think that the fragility
right.
But let's
goes
not put
too.
that out there.
No,
let's not make that a thing.
But I feel like, listen, I'm a McKee fan.
They're
I
set
think
up
he's
better
good,
than anybody else with that.
Yeah, but Jalen's tough, and Jalen, he doesn't miss a long period, knock on wood, So, but defensively, they got reinforcements. I love the Phillips thing, man. I just love the Phillips thing. And I'm a believer in Fangio. I love those defensive coordinators. I love them. I've always loved defensive coordinators.
And how he gave them options now, especially in the secondary.
And he's brilliant. Like, Fangio is a great coach. Like, listen, I'm always Spags.
Yeah.
I've been friends with Spags for 30 years. And I love him. And I talked to him this week. They're on a bye. He's will be the best in my eyes. Fangio's right there. I mean, Fangio's great.
Yeah, there's something about those old heads.
Tom Bowles is great.
Yeah.
Great.
There's something
Todd's
about
great.
them. Even Schwartzy. There's something about those guys.
Yeah, I like the guys that have that kind of acumen. Like, they just, you trust them. Big game. They're going to figure out a way. Right? And especially now where everybody's spending on offense and these great defensive coordinators have to make it work. Yeah. Like, look at the Eagles. Like, they lost two big pieces and you replace it's all young. Like, look at the percentage of what you're paying Jalen. AJ, Saquon,
I think
Lane. Right? Like, all your money you're spending on the offensive side of the ball.
I think they are the cheapest defense in football.
I mean, and Fangio makes it work.
Yes, he does.
I mean, that's impressive. That's impressive.
I love the grizzled old guys.
Yeah, I do
love
too.
Spags. Spags could get a little grizzled. I wouldn't mind him getting a little grizzled up, Spags.
Yeah. What do we got? Just tell me. EJ. Oh, yeah, good. We're going to get the EJ coming up. Cannot wait. We'll get our update with EJ. We got lots to get to today. It's, of course, from the editor's desk, where we talk to our man, Pat McClune, and the headlines of the week. We'll touch on Sixers. That was a scheduled loss last night. You kind of knew it. The fact that they kept them close for a while, but it was just a matter of time for them to pull.
Yeah.
Good team. Yeah,
I know it makes you more irritated about losing the first one.
Yeah, I don't get bent out of shape by NBA regular season, but
I know. But 6-2 sounds much better than 5-3, and that was a tough one last night.
Yeah, I got you. And you kind of knew that what was going to happen last night.
I didn't. I bet them money line.
You had. Wow.
I took a money line in a parlay.
Did you?
Why not?
Hey,
throw it out there. See what happens.
Yeah, you never know. So we got lots to get to. We'll talk some Sixers. We got the Geek for some fantasy, and then the great TV Todd to give us some stuff to watch over the weekend. There's no one better than my man TV Todd. Lots to get to as we just start on a Thursday. Let's talk about some of our friends, shall we? You want to talk about? I'll talk about some Xfinity, and then you can talk about some Crooked Tea. How about that?
We'll make that. Yeah, we could do that. I like Crooked Tea. I love talking about that.
Yeah, I think that'd be great. Let's talk about Xfinity, though. It's watching time. Love watching time. And sports watching is the greatest. Holidays and watching games, they go hand in hand. If you're going to watch and you're going to have friends over and you got a big game Monday night and a big game Sunday night, you got to watch the correct way. And that's with Xfinity. You call yourself a football fan and a sports fan, got to have Xfinity. The ultimate sports destination. You watch next level, the perfect fan flex. You got all the action in your living room. Xfinity's best picture and sound with enhanced 4K, so clear. Feels like you're in the stadium, the arena. I mean, you name it. Sometimes, I'll do it. I'll have the quad box. I'll have the multi-view just popping, right? I had 3 games. I love it. I love it. It's the best seat in the house every time. Next game day, make sure that big fan isn't a big fail. Learn more at Xfinity.com. Xfinity, imagine that. Restrictions apply.
All right, everybody's got their favorite hard tea, but have you ever turned it around and turn the can over, try and read what's in it, read the ingredients? Well, you can't. You know why? Because they don't tell you. They like to hide what's inside. Crooked Tea, the opposite. They brag about it because Crooked Tea brews real USDA organic tea for real flavor with 0 sugar. No fake junk hiding behind the label. What you see, that's what you drink. So next time you're at the store, do it. Flip the can around. If you can't find the ingredients, put it back. Then grab a Crooked Tea, 0 sugar, real tea, fully transparent. And you know it, Philly. Real, we recognize real. So why drink the fake stuff? Crooked Tea, the only thing better is a strip sack in the Super Bowl. Visit crookedtea.com to find a store near you. crookedtea.com. Check it out.
All right, I love it. All right, let's get an update on the Birds. Man, my man does such a great job covering the Eagles. Love him. It was good to see him back in the studio after the bye week. Our man on the Xfinity mobile call-in line, E.J. Smith.
Give me that E, give me a J, give me an E.J. Give me that E.J. Smith.
Hello, E.J. Good morning.
What's going on, guys? That song gets stuck in my head every time I hear it. You know, it's kind of a tough look to be like singing a song about yourself, like in the car. But listen, it's a catchy tune, VG.
It is. You see, your wife should listen to should sing it.
We got people tagging us on Twitter. People are tagging us singing the lyrics to me and EJ.
Give me that EJ Smith. I'd sing it too, man. I love it. It's fantastic. Dude, I woke up today feeling like very energized, almost like it's the rebirth of the season, the start. Like the Parcells quote, "Frost on the pumpkin," right? This is going to happen Monday here, and in Green Bay, forecast some snow Monday night.
Yeah, and I love a snow game, so I'm all for that. But yeah, it does kind of feel like especially because I mean, so much of the conversation around this team is this time of the year, the high stakes games. You know, I think like we kind of expected the way that the schedule started for him, that there'd be some bumps along the road, and then this is kind of when you're really going to learn about this team and, you know, the expectations that they have and whether they can meet that. So no, I'm with you. I think it is kind of like the refresh. Feels good that they're going to be back out on the practice field today after having yesterday off. So we're going to start to learn a lot about where the team's at on the other side of the trade deadline and kind of how they're going to be moving forward into the stretch run here.
So what are you looking at, like, today when you head down there? Like, what's going to be on the front lobe?
Yeah, honestly, I mean, I really want to see what AJ Brown's practice status is, you know, where he's at with the hamstring, and then where his head is at. You know, we haven't heard from him in a while because he was out the week before the bye week here with the hamstring injury. So that'll be front of mind for sure. Obviously, Cam Jurgens was also out, so I'm curious to see what he looks like if he practices, and then, you know, see some of the new guys and figure out what the secondary is going to look like and what Jalen Phillips, you know, looks like, integrating with the team. So there's a lot of newness because of all the trades that have happened, and a lot of storylines to follow. So yeah, no, it's like I've been itching to get back to the NovaCare complex. It's been too long since I've been there, really.
I know, it's great, and you know, I'm be honest with you, I'm very excited for Phillips.
Yeah,
I think this defense is going to turn out to be good. I know CB2 is in question, and they're throwing bodies at it, but I think the rest of that defense kind of slots now that you have Phillips, and you know, you got Dean and Campbell. So you're giving Vic optionality, and I love because he can match it up with the best of them.
Yeah, I mean, you've seen him at previous stops be really creative with his personnel groupings, different types of players and different, sub packages. So I think he's going to be able to paper over some of that stuff. But the Phillips trade to me, the thing that has really come to like the forefront as I've thought about it more and more is like it kind of restores the Eagles to be built the way that we're used to seeing their defenses built, where they do really prioritize having a rotation at that edge rusher at that edge rusher group, and really just like trying to make sure that the pass rush sets the table for the rest of the defense. And obviously, when you've got Quinyon Mitchell and Cooper DeJean, like your secondary, you can be built back to front a little bit more. And we saw that, last season. But I think this was kind of Howie Roseman going back to the way that the defense is usually built with him in charge. And I think that it's like, because, as much as the cornerback 2 thing is a concern, like, if Phillips is impacting the quarterback, and I know that he's not maybe like he hasn't always been a great finisher in his career, but that's where like the pressures and just getting into the backfield, he's a guy who can do that. That starts to paper over some of those outside cornerback concerns you have, because those guys aren't going to have as much time. So it's more the way the Eagles defenses have been built in the past for sure, and I think it could kind of make sure that secondary doesn't become as much of a concern.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. You know what I want to see second half, because I've seen spotty play out of him. Who am I going to say?
Spy? Are you going to say Mukuba?
No. I've seen
Is
spotty.
it on defense?
Yeah. I need to see my man.
Oh, Jalen Carter.
Yeah,
Jalen Carter.
baby.
Yeah.
I need to see.
Yeah.
I need to see a dominant Jalen Carter over the second half.
Yeah, I mean, it was funny. Bo and I revisited like our over-unders on yesterday's show, and it is crazy. Like before the season, we were talking about Jalen Carter over under 8 sacks. And, he's got 1 through the midway point of the season now. So, and it's funny because like Moro Ajomo has been productive on the other side without really benefiting as much as you would have thought from Jalen Carter drawing attention on that one side. So, I do wonder if there's like a reaction there. Teams aren't going to single up Jalen Carter. It's never going to happen. But he still needs to be that game record at times. And, especially the conversation we've had about the secondary and like the need for Phillips, you kind of still want Jalen Carter to be the one that sets the table for everybody else, right? Like you want him to be that impact player. So no, I'm right there with you. I mean, I know he's had the shoulder. He's obviously kind of had like he was thrown out of the first game of the season, so it hasn't been the smoothest ride for him. But it's funny, like Bo and I today we're going to go through like players who have the most at stake in the second half of the season. I think he's right up there. You think about the fact that he's coming up for this extension. He needs to be like the player that we know he can be to really warrant the type of extension we kind of expected him to get going into the season. That's not to say the Eagles wouldn't extend him, but we're probably talking about the difference between being like one of the highest paid players in football and just being one of the highest paid defensive tackles in football, right? So it'll be interesting. I mean, he's got a lot at stake, and the Eagles need him to be that guy for them.
Yeah, I'm with you. You mentioned Mukuba. He's interesting, right? Because we see some glimpses of very good, and again, rookies are rookies, and he is slight.
Yeah. Yeah, he really reminds me a lot of CJ Gardner-Johnson, right? Because it's like he has the splash plays, he has the turnovers, he's going to give you some impact plays, but he's also going to have moments where it's like, busted coverages or, a missed tackle in a costly part of the game. So, yeah, it's been up and down. I think you have to live with some of that stuff with him, but he needs to be more consistent, especially like those coverage busts. That's just something we didn't see very much from a Vic Fangio defense last year. And a lot of them do come down to him, having bad eyes, as Fran would say. So, yeah, it's been shakier, but again, like the impact plays kind of help. It's like the Asante Samuel thing, right? Where it's like he's going to gamble at times, and sometimes he's going to make you sometimes he'll make up for some of those mistakes. But yeah, it's got to be down in and down out, more consistent from him for sure.
What do you guys think about Jordan Davis this year? Because I'm curious about him in the second half. Because I thought he came on, he started off strong, and we were hearing his name all the time. And he kind of trailed off a little bit with his play. You guys think the same way about that? Because I'm curious to see how he handles the second half.
Yeah, he's kind of reverted back to being what he usually is, which is like that early down, solid against the run. And he's an important part of the defense, but I don't know. Even those first 2 games, like he had shown some pass rush juice. It's not his game. It's like, I think that there's like a paradox with him, because it's like he's a big guy, so you think he'd really be able to just collapse pockets, and especially he's good against the run because he's hard to move, but he's never really had that like elite bull rush, that Dexter Lawrence, cave in the pocket. He's actually a guy who wins with quickness more than anything.
He does.
Like, you know, interior lineman will think, okay, I got this 340-pound D tackle in front of me. I got to quick set him, and then he can get by you if you quick set him. So I don't know. He hasn't really. I don't think he's really figured out what his pass rush identity is. You know, and I think that we see that on those later downs. But he's still important for what they do. You know, they're in those light boxes so much, and he can kind of steal back a gap or two. You hear that a lot with Jordan Davis for sure.
All right, other side of the ball. Is this run game going to get fixed? Is this what we saw the last 2 weeks and obviously last week? Is it fixed?
It's a good
The
question.
Giants weren't any good at stopping a run, so you got to take it with a grain of salt.
Yeah, I don't think we're quite back to like that point last year where they just ran all over the Ravens. They out physicaled the Ravens, and we were talking about how rare of a thing it is to do that. But I do think they found something with this under center stuff. I think that the fact that Jalen is fully on board with it and fully like immersed in, you know, making that part of the identity. I think that's you're looking at me like like you disagree there.
No, I conversely. Actually, I'm looking at it because it's like
What
it's
took
about,
so long?
It's about time.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
we've been talking about this forever, and I know they've been talking about it. It's like
Yeah.
if you know, listen. I'm happy he's embraced it. That's all I'll say.
Yeah. No, and I think it opens up the run game in a way that makes me a little bit more bullish on it than I was. I mean, for the first half of the season, every week we'd go through it with Fran, and it's like, man, this is not an easy fix. But I think that under center stuff, the perimeter runs, and I think if they can get Juergens back healthy or closer to healthy, that'll be a big deal too. So I don't think it's going to be dominant. I don't think it's going to be what it was last year, but I do think they found something with this under center stuff. And I think that's like the best version of this Eagles offense right now. It's like, you know, the people always talk about like the layups and threes with that group. And I think it's got to be about, you know, under center runs and play action shots off of that. I think if Jalen is fully on board with that being the way it looks, which he was the last 2 weeks or last two games, like I think that's a good formula. I think it works for this offense.
You heard anything about the health of the O-line, along the O-line?
Yeah, I haven't heard much on Juergens. I'm curious. I mean, we didn't see him a whole lot. I think we saw him on Friday in a big brace in the locker room. So that'll be an important one. I mean, Brett Smith played well. I think he's best suited at center, but you know, in an ideal world, you get Juergens back, you feel better about the health of that interior line. I think Landon's just going to keep getting, I mean, to say better, I think he'll get better, but I also think it's just like probably getting off of it for a week is helpful. So yeah, I think that the interiors, I think that's moving in the right direction on the interior. And then the outside guys are obviously, you know, two of the best in the league.
Yeah, I'm with you. My brother, look forward to reading you, hearing you today, 2 o'clock.
Yep, 2 o'clock. Bo and I are going to go through the people with the most at stake in the second half of the season. And this has been helpful. You know, talking about Jalen Carter and Jordan Davis, a couple guys I have on my list, but I got to keep it under wraps because we're doing a draft.
I like it. I like it. That's very good.
Yeah.
I like it a lot. Good stuff. We'll be watching. Thanks, brother.
Awesome. Thanks, guys. Thanks for having me.
Here he is, E.J. Smith on the Xfinity mobile calling line. I'm excited. I'm pumped up, man.
I got to ask him. He took a picture when he was in Paris of the McDonald's, and I forgot to ask him if he ate there because I was like, I ate at that McDonald's, I think, when I was in Paris.
Why would you eat at the McDonald's in Paris?
I'll tell you why.
Because it's the same thing. There's a McDonald's
It was great, but I didn't
Royale
do it.
with cheese.
The Royale with cheese.
Yeah.
So Pulp Fiction 100 times.
When you're used to American lifestyle, you land there and you're like, all right, we're going to go out some drinks and we'll get some late food. There's like nothing open at like midnight to eat. McDonald's was it. Nah, McDonald's was it, man.
Hey, we're going to the wrong neighborhood.
I was in a good neighborhood.
Do they got like Wendy's as well?
I didn't see any of that, but it was the only thing open late. I was like,
Wendy's better than
I'm trying
McDonald's.
to remember. I always had I could never eat. There's one in Rome. Like,
you don't need to try it?
no, what?
I mean, I did. Tokyo is awesome. The Tokyo McDonald's, ridiculous.
What? Why was if you only have so many meals that you can eat? when you're abroad and you're going to waste one on McDonald's?
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to try this. I'm going to tell you this.
Get the hell out of
If
here.
you're in Tokyo,
That's
you
outrageous.
need to go to a
I
McDonald's.
would never do it.
There are two places I've never been to in my life. And if I go to Tokyo or if I go to Italy, I am never going to touch any fast food. Those two cuisines are my favorite cuisines in the world.
I mean, I may not in Italy, but I'm telling you, I spent 7 days there. It's worth one meal there. It will
I'm out.
blow your
I'm
mind.
out.
You'll be like,
Completely
what is
out.
going on over here?
Yeah, I'm out. I mean, listen, it's great. It's fine, the whole thing. But I'm not going to, again, I got so many meals I can eat. You're going to waste it on that?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm out. All right, let's take care of some business. And then we got the editor. Oh, the editor's ready to go. Let's talk about Cherry Hill Mitsubishi. Yes. Oh, the bro, you're all about it too?
Yeah, you know, dude. It's
Oh,
crazy.
my God.
Yes.
It's not awesome.
Do you do
it's
McDonald's in
not.
Australia?
These guys, look, the bro. Right away, the bro's coming in.
He had to
I wanna
run
go
over.
Australian Burger King.
He had to run over.
Oh,
He knows
God.
what's up.
Hey, what's up? What's up is you guys just, I'm embarrassed.
Oh, we got one lucky viewer in the chat confirming the Tokyo McDonald's. Yes.
Why would you?
I can't explain it. You got to
Dude.
come on.
Big bowl of
Go
ramen.
eat some, ramen.
Yeah, yeah.
Tonkatsu.
Oh, yeah.
The pork cutlet. That's a great item.
CJH hit McDonald's in Greece at 2 a.m. Damn, it was good, he said. I'm telling you, you're on an island. You're on again, you guys are on an island.
I was in
man of the
Greece.
people here.
The food in Greece is fantastic.
Jack Friel, McDonald's in Europe way better than in America. Yes, Jake, my bad. Jake Friel, yes.
All right. Let me tell you about Mitsubishi Motors. All right. Cherry Hill Mitsubishi. Mitsubishi Motors, #1 in customer satisfaction with dealer services among mainstream brands and SUV owners. That's JD Power saying it. That's not me. That's not VG. If you're looking for the most affordable 7-passenger SUV in America, Cherry Hill Mitsubishi's got you covered. The 2025 Mitsubishi Outlander. It's amazing, man. How about the sales event they got going on for the rest of the year? 0% for 60 months APR financing. The entire 2025 lineup, all right? 0%. That's for PA residents only. Offers is not valid with trade-in. But listen, this is a big deal. 0% financing for 60 months. Pretty impressive. You get the best of warranty in the automotive business. 10 years, 100,000-mile powertrain. 2 years of included limited maintenance. 5 years roadside assistance. I mean, great stuff. Terms and conditions apply. Check it out, all right? Go online, cherryhillmitsubishi.com, all right? And tell him I sent you. It's Bill. Billy's my hookup. Tell Bill I sent you. He's going to give you the cuts discount, and it's a major one. You're not going to want to miss it. I know people buy Mitsubishis elsewhere. BG?
No clue why.
I don't know why, right? The two of us are just
Befuddled.
Befuddled. I like it. Betwixt. Let's talk about Parks Casino. Tonight, 6 o'clock, all right? The Philly Football Roundtable on the Birds entering the second half of the season. You got incredible lineup, all right? It's a free event hosted by the Bet Parks Sportsbook. The Axeman, Jeremiah Trotter. Oh, the Axeman. Mike Quick, the voice of the Birds.
Nice.
6-time All-Pro. Birds alum, the great Seth Joyner. All right? How about D-Gun? Great stuff, man. I'm telling you. Signed jerseys, Birds helmets, game tickets, all tonight. 6 o'clock in Ben Salem. All right? You got to check it out. All presented by the Bet Parks Online Casino and Sportsbook app. Got to be 21. Gambling problem. Call 1-800-GAMBLER. All right.
Bro's in the other room sending me the French menu for the McDonald's. I can't even read it because I don't know French, but he's talking about a bacon McFondue, whatever that is.
Oh, my God. The Royale with cheese. Yeah. Now, it's time for the editor's desk.
Look at that menu. Extra, extra, read all This just in, ladies and gentlemen, and all the ships at sea. It's time for headlines from the editor's desk with Pat McClune.
There he is, the legend.
Oh,
You're muted. There he is.
Boom.
Boom.
Okay.
Listen,
Anthony, much like you were there for me after that Sixers-Bulls game, I'm here for you right now. You would think Bro was better educated, Jamie, but that's it. Having those places in those wonderful towns is a stain on it. They had a Burger King right down the canal from where we were in Venice. I wouldn't go to a Burger King in Havertown, let alone in Venice.
I mean,
Come on, guys.
Come on, Pat. Look at this. In Tokyo, you get a roasted garlic mayo with fried egg teriyaki burger. Come on. Come on. That doesn't sound delicious.
Oh, man. Oh, man. You only have so many meals. Like Anthony said, you're there. You're paying big money. Soak up the atmosphere. Soak up the meal.
They got a
Burger
shrimp
King,
fillet, like the fillet of fish. They got a fillet of shrimp.
teriyaki burger with egg. Oof.
Philistines, Pat.
I don't know,
Philistines.
I don't know. I do like that VG's a man of the people, but that's went overseas. That's taking it to an extreme. By the way,
Can you imagine he goes in Dublin and you would be
Nah,
embarrassed?
I wouldn't go to Dublin for it.
Right.
That
yeah.
seems too similar. Tokyo,
Like when
France, yes.
I see pizza over in Ireland a lot. I'm not eating a piece of pie over in Ireland. Come on, man. I don't
Come
think
on,
they
man.
let us do it right for one thing.
Although,
And by the way,
I'm
Anthony-
sure there's people from Italy moved to Dublin and opened up, a good Italian restaurant.
Exactly. In the city of Dublin, I remember my younger sister saying we need to go to a proper pub. And I said, well, this isn't the city for it. The whole country's for it. But Dublin's such a cosmopolitan city, you're more likely to get good Italian or
Right.
Turkish or Mediterranean food over there. You know?
Right. But you want to go
Yeah.
experience the real pub. Like, I'm with you. Like, if I'm there, I want to spend my 10 days in Ireland at a real pub, right? And eating real food, being with the locals.
Well, who's spending like an hour at McDonald's? You pop in, you grab it, you roll, it's 10 minutes.
That's your problem. Food should not be a 10-minute, let me just throw something down my gullet like I'm a park ape.
Again, in the chat, big farts speaking truth. Don't talk down on our great American exports. Our cuisine is superior. Thank you, Big Farts Jones.
Oh my God. Big farts, I love you. I can't take it. I can't take it. It's disgraceful. My brother, let's get it started. The editor's desk, the headlines of the week.
Here we go. Real quickly, the opener, I want to tell you that I will be at Live Casino tonight for the Philadelphia Sports Hall of Fame dinner, whereas friend of PHLY, Dick Girardi, is getting inducted into the Philadelphia Sports Hall of Fame.
Nice. Oh, yeah, you go,
I
Dick.
got to have DJ on tomorrow just to congratulate him.
There you go.
Hey,
We'll be there.
man, you want to talk about legend, the best.
Good Daily News turnout for Mr. Girardi. We'll take care of that. And Anthony, you look 12 years younger there, my man, with
Being
the
clean
beard's
shaven.
gone and you look more like yourself now. Good for you.
I go the week. I usually do like a week, and when the cold weather starts, I let the beard grow. But then I can't get over a threshold. It itches too much.
That's right. Yep. I have to always have you as a young man in my mind because then that would really make me feel old. I don't want you always to feel old. Boys, we have our normal 5 this week. Since it's the bye, we're going to go double Eagles. We go Eagles trade and Eagles at the bye. If we're going to do this properly, we got to cover the best things of the week. So we have a World Series, we have a Sixers, and we have college hoops, which is kicking off and is always fun to see.
All right, let's go World Series and put that to bed.
That's in the rearview mirror. Yes, we'll put it to bed. But the headline there is "See you next spring," and it was a great postseason. It needs to be discussed one more time and applauded. You guys were talking about the one game nature of the NFL and how hockey and baseball postseasons, but this to me was an exceptional postseason and an exceptional World Series. That last game of the World Series, every last out could have altered, or if it was Toronto at bat, ended the game. And there were a couple things that Roberts did. He put in Pages as the center fielder, and then that ball's going over. If you're a Toronto fan, that ball's going directly over Kiki, running backwards, and you think he's in no man's land. We got it. Then Pages smashes into him, and he's like apologetic. And that Hernandez is such a gamer. He's like, "Hey man, you caught the ball." That was unbelievable.
Incredible.
Then there was the one with the getting out of the Dodgers out of the inning where Sir Anthony gave the Phillies fans what they expected by virtually walking the bases loaded. But then he was incredibly nimble getting to first base. And then before you get to the other Roberts thing was, I was texting people saying, "How about this genius? He's not going to pinch hit for Rojas." Well, that shows you what I know. Then Rojas hits a homer and makes a great play the next inning. It was just, my wife went to bed and I was trying to tell her about it, but you could talk about it all night how great that game was.
Yeah, it was. I mean, and you're right. I mean, that whole series, 7 thrilling games, 2 extra innings. I mean, heart in your throat, incredible performances. The Ohtani game. I mean, the Jays break it out. Alejandro Kirk becomes a household name. Vlad. I mean, it was awesome. I'm with you.
And for all the people that cry when somebody comes out at 95 pitches or something like that, what Yamamoto did was unbelievable. I couldn't believe he went out for that third inning.
Yes.
It goes 6 innings.
Yes.
And the next night, he gives them 3. And I don't think it was his A game, but it was a B+. And boy, that guy sure deserved this MVP of the World Series.
Oh, man. You're right. I mean, to have that go, like, you got everything in that series. It was awesome. Baseball, it's funny. I was talking to Salisbury about this and Stakes, and we were talking about it's back. It feels so good. I just hope they don't mess it up next year.
Yes.
With the labor.
Right. That's more likely to be a problem in 27, isn't it? Or am I wrong about that?
Yes. It's after next season.
Yes. Yeah. And then, the NFL does such a good job at making it a 20 year-round experience. We're done the World Series, and I went to look up before I went on when free agency starts. Starts tonight at 5:00. So we're right on it. Baseball free agency.
Yeah, they need to copy the NFL. All these teams, all these leagues, like, make things an event. Like, you just got done the World Series. Let it breathe, and then come back. Hot stove should be like, December, right? Like, get to December, holiday hot stove. Space it out and lead up to it.
Give us a day. December 1st, we know. The 5th day after the World Series. How do you keep track of that? It's weird. Just give it a day. You're right. Make it a day.
The other thing with that is that the fact that it's so close together is when you have like the trade deadline or free agency in NFL, or even free agency in the NBA, you could have a live show on PHL and stuff's popping left and right. But it's not like there's going to be 8 signings at 5:01 today.
No.
Nobody's had enough time. You've barely had enough time to make the decisions like the Phillies just did with Alvarado. So your point's a good one, Anthony. They need to space these things much better.
Yeah, and you can't have the linger. Like, it's got to be a window. You can't have lingers into March. Teams to spring training. Like, come on. Like, you're right. Like that NBA thing, that frenzy.
Yeah.
The frenzy's awesome.
The frenzy's where it's at. Good
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah. All right. Let's go. Oh, this is good. Let's go. Which Eagles one do you want to go to?
Let's look at it from the half, and then we'll look later about the trades. How's that?
Perfect.
Okay. Well, the Eagles at the half, our headline is half ball, which means nothing other than to remind the two of you about a great part of our childhood playing half ball.
I love it.
When the pimple ball runs out of juice, Anthony, you cut it in two, and boom, here we go, a little half ball.
Remember the dirty water inside?
Oh, yes. Yeah. Oh, yes, indeed.
Yeah, it'd be under the sink, and you'd be cleaning it under the sink if you
Got to
cut
do it. Yep. You knew that was toxic. Whatever.
Yeah.
Was in there.
Yeah. The juice had the pimple ball juice.
Yeah. But you know what, guys, we've been a little bit spoiled because the 2022 Eagles were 8-0. The 2023 Eagles went on. They were, I think, 7-1. Went on to be 10-1 before that collapse. And then in 2024, they were on their way to a 10-game winning streak. So football's been very, very good to us in this town. I think if you look at the good and the bad at the half, I'll throw three good ones out, and then you guys, the good ones I would say is the 6-2 record's fine. I would say we're good on the injuries. We've had our share, but nothing crippling that's going to affect you on the playoff run. And then the conference eminently winnable. There's good teams in the conference. There's teams that could knock them off. But you can see the Eagles taking control of this conference again. Those are the pluses.
Definitely.
On the other side, I would say, to date, the world's greatest offensive line just isn't quite there. Either they're not there or they're not there yet. And then I'll still never get over that woeful loss to the Giants. That's unforgivable. And then
that night was the worst night. I mean, the Phillies and Eagles. Oh,
terrible night. Yeah, terrible night.
Oh.
Yeah. When you get called back 25 years for now, when Anthony Jr.'s doing the show, and he asks you about a bad night, you're going to remind him of that one. And then the last thing is these crazy things that happen to the offense, like no yards passing and 6 3-and-outs and all. That stuff's got to go. It's looking better, but so we have the good and the bad. Where do you feel midway through? How you feeling, Anthony?
Now, I've been rejuvenated. I think the deadline pieces, we'll talk about later, got me excited. Obviously, the way they took care of the Giants. Now, to your point, you got to take that with a grain of salt. Like, when we see Monday night, they got to run the ball, right? Like, I'm hoping under center was really the tonic for them. It looked good, but let's see now. You're going to go play against two really good schemes. These are testers, right? Like, these are real testers. So
Without
I'm optimistic because I think they're good, but really the offense, and it's really the offense that has me like, all right, like make sure the run game's good and make sure AJ Jalen thing doesn't get out of control.
Yeah, if they go up there Monday and get that one, I'll feel great about it.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to lose and have the potential to lose to the Lions too. But if they go up there and get that, I'll feel really, really good about where they're at.
I'm down.
And who knows, maybe we'll feel like we did last year that they're going to roll through the playoffs. I
got a weird hunch that they're about to go on a run. I just got that feeling.
I'm with you.
Like I got the going to run feeling. Like they're like this close to putting it all together and being back to dominant.
Yeah, I thought Dickerson looked really good in the last game.
Yeah.
And, I'm walking around trying to, like with a torn meniscus, that I'm amazed that Dickerson gets it and he winds up playing 2 weeks later. He's an amazing guy.
How you
But
feeling,
over time-
by the way, pal?
What's that? Oh, that's fine. It's no big deal. Just rehabbing, getting there. But I just put it in relation to I'm a mere mortal compared to some of these guys and the stuff they do.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Let's go college hoops. Near and dear to your heart, my man VG's heart for sure, too.
Absolutely. And I broached this to the two of you, Anthony and VG. What do these 5 people have in common? Babatunde Duradola, Aiden Tobiasen, Jordan Mason, Gavin Griffiths, and Darian Ford. What do they have in common?
Go ahead. I don't know.
I don't have a hunch. I got no inkling.
No.
Okay. Babatunde, Aiden, Jordan, Gavin, Darian. That is the starting 5 for your Temple Owls.
Wow. Nice win last night.
Wow.
And it just goes to make the point what a different world it is, guys.
Yeah.
It's not our grandfather's Big 5, root for the Owls. 2 of those guys actually were with them last year. But those 5 guys come from Ontario, Delaware, Texas, Connecticut, and Arkansas.
Wow.
And
That's
so
why. You know what's funny?
There.
I have not.
I'm not in Temple. They had a nice win over Delaware State.
Right.
LaSalle's got one guy that they had last year, and he was the guy they got out of the portal the year before. I thought Villanova played well the other night. It was good watching them play, but I had to figure out who was who and remember where they signed. The only ones they have back are Perkins, who they got from Penn, and Hodge, who got hosed by the NCAA last year where he didn't have his eligibility. All the rest are new guys, but Willard had them playing, and it's crazy. That's the sport we love, and one of the reasons we loved was you'd watch that guy from Newman Goretti or Doherty or Bonner, and you'd follow him for 4 years, and then we got into the one and done kind of guys, and now this is what we're into. And then you're looking on a national scale, and I'm really looking forward to it. I saw Debansa, who we had a whole segment about on the editor's desk, and Cam Boozer, and Carlos Boozer's son at Duke, and then the guy that stole the show in the doubleheader Villanova was a guy named Koa Pete, a 6'8" guy from Arizona.
Pat.
And these guys,
oh my God, that kid! I couldn't believe he was a true freshman.
Unbelievable. And that they're beating the national champions, and they still have a lot of that squad back. But you got to take November college basketball with a gigantic grain of salt. But it's fun to see. But you got to really adapt to the new life that is local and national college basketball.
You got to admit, like that night, Koa Pete was so much more impressive than Debansa. Like he looked good, but nothing. Like Koa Pete was just a grown man that looked like playing with boys. It was crazy. That's the greatest debut I may have ever seen in college hoops.
Yeah, you were raving about it. I didn't say it. You were raving about it. You know what's weird, Pat? I need a breath. Like I need a breath before it starts. I'm late to the party, and I know I'm not going to be into the party for another week or two. Usually around Thanksgiving, I start to catch up a little bit because there's always there's a couple like big tournaments like where you got big teams going, and I'll start to kind of and December I'm in, but the November college hoop I'm always late. I just got done baseball. I'm still
perfectly understandable.
I'm in football mode.
Even get in. Maybe it'll make your January 2nd better. You talked about that earlier.
Yeah.
Even if you dive in on January 2nd, there's plenty of time.
The only
But,
thing
it's
is,
good
to
ball,
your
but
point,
it doesn't mean anything. Whoever gets crushed now could very well be the team in the Final Four.
yeah. And to your point, I do miss the era of I knew every player, and I was expecting players to come back, and those great teams, and you saw them grow together. I mean, it's weird. In football, portal's different because it's more like NFL free agency, right? Where they tinker, whereas college basketball, you just got whole new teams.
Exactly. Yeah, that's exactly right. The big college teams go and look where they need help. They go get a quarterback. They go get offensive line help, but they bring back the guys that you remembered from the year before.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Hey, just an aside. The Cowboys taking a brutal loss. Marshawn Nealon died overnight. ESPN's reported in TMZ like 7 minutes ago. They just reported. 24 years old.
Oh, that's horrible.
Yeah, terrible.
Oh man, did they say what happened?
No, there's no.
Oh, that's awful. That's awful. All right, let's lighten it up for a minute. Let's go Sixers.
Sixers. Now, Anthony, we've been friends a long time, and I think we've both helped each other. But VG, let me tell you, Anthony was there for me the other night. It's a good thing I didn't have the show the next day because I would have made an ass of myself. Did I lose my mind over Embiid the other night or what, Anthony?
So this is where I know you were triggered. You don't curse. Like I don't. You're not a big.
No. I definitely don't do it in texts. Yeah.
Right, and you're not a big curse guy. Period. And you're not and you never cursed or text. But we were going back and forth, and I was like, blah, 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 blah. And you went, bleep that. I was like, wow.
Yes.
I was with you, I think,
I
Pat.
always admire comedians that can do it and not work blue. So I try not to work blue, especially at my friends. But VG, that down the stretch, oh, my God. And I know the poor guy's hurt. But, dear God,
Get him off the court, Pat. They got to get him off the court.
Oh man, please, get him the hook.
Yes,
I was
texting Andy the same thing, but just clean, of course. I was PG.
Yes, I was so riled up back and forth with Anthony that at one point I said the Sixers win that game if Toby Kimball or Paul McKeskey is playing in center.
Paul McKeskey.
I'm dying laughing. When you hit me with the Paul McKeskey,
you might have to pull up a picture of Paul McKeskey.
Just needed somebody to get out of the way and let the guys run. My Lord. But
yeah.
I don't know.
You know what's funny? That game triggered everyone in the Delaware Valley. I had more people. Tasty Cake Dom.
Yeah.
Joe Ben.
Yes.
Joe Ben was like the night before the next morning. I mean, he sounded like Pat, you. Everybody was out of their minds. And I felt like Dr. Phil, like, all right, like this, they're fun, enjoy it. There's a reason behind it. I know it's frustrating. Like, I agree with you guys. Like, I mean, obviously, like, he killed the game, killed all the momentum, right? Like, but like, I get the methodology of trying to get him to finish games. The problem was, too, they thought they had the game wrapped up, and they bring him back, and then he was like Tin Man coming back.
Yes. Yeah.
Hold on.
Yeah. Get your best 20 minutes out of him and then let him get out of the way. And the one other thing I wanted to talk about with the Sixers is that I found over time that there's a good Daryl Morey and a bad Daryl Morey.
Ooh.
And if we could just bottle the good Daryl Morey, maybe we'd have something. Let's not overlook the fact that, and these weren't the top pick in the draft, but Morey got Maxey at 20 and McCain at a really high number. And then, even though it was number 3, he had to decide which guy, and he went with Edgecombe. He's a good evaluator of talent. The problem, the bad Morey, is he's built himself on the notion of getting veteran guys and giving them the keys and throwing the bank at them. And too often, those veteran guys like James Harden and Paul George are washed.
Yeah.
So if we could eliminate that part of Morey and get the talent developer, I think we'd have something.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, McCain turned out to be a good pick. I thought Maxey, I mean, it was obvious, but he took him. And, I mean, they were sold on Edgecombe early. So, yeah, I think you're right. And, yeah, like, it's so hard to marry this team together. Now, so let's look at it for a second. How do you reconcile the guards? Like, at some point, George comes back. He's going to play a lot of 4, right?
Yeah.
Like, you're going to have him there. You have no front court, right? Like, you have Oubre, who doesn't play big. You have Bona, whose IQ's not there, right? Like, Barlow, unproven. And we talk about Embiid. Would you trade one of the guards? McCain would be the guy to get a true 4-man.
I definitely see the logic in that, but you know what? I would not. Like, one of my little notes here is, can you have too many guards? And when you're looking at it and you see in the early going without McCain that both Maxey and Edgecombe look gassed this early in the season. I mean, if you're playing a certain style of play, I don't think you can have too many guards. And I think if you got a good player, you got a good player. To me, they're not going to make a run at it this year. They'd be in the playoffs. I would keep the guards and then start building the front court. But, from a team building thing, I totally get your logic. I'm hoping this Watford is okay. I'm hoping Paul George can just contribute. I think Grimes is going to have to play a lot of time at the 3. In some ways, that's why an older guy like Drummond kind of helps you, because Drummond's such a good rebounder that he can let you play a little smaller. But you see right through it, Anthony. You see what the flaw is. But what would you do if you could move?
I don't know. Honestly, I think you make a compelling case to not trade. And here's what I would be leery about in trading McCain is that what's going to happen with Grimes after this contract, right? Like, so he becomes a free agent. Now, obviously, you can keep him, but you almost need to have McCain to have a 3, like the 3 guards can work. So to your point, I probably don't do it either. I probably try to get somebody through a draft pick or whatever kind of trade I can make to try to get. I do need an upgrade at the 4 spot. Like, I need somebody. If I'm going to be this guard heavy, I got to get somebody that can play some D, protect the rim, and rebound.
Exactly. And here's another thing when you do good Morey, bad Morey. Bad Morey's going to raise his ugly head here in that he's picking these guys in the first round that have helped. But the Sixers are going to start having years where they don't have that pick.
Yeah.
And that's really a shame.
Yeah.
Because if they had a steady flow of number 1 picks for the next couple. God, I wish Morey was around to make the decisions when they picked Okafor and Fultz. We probably would have done a lot better off. But at some point, they got to give that pick that they keep deferring, and they're going to be in a position where they're going to be having a 1 every other year. So that's unfortunate.
Yeah, and the issue, like giving Embiid the other year, like to match Paul George, man, that's a killer of a deal, I mean, because we talk about the Phillies getting older. Like, what's Embiid going to be like in 2 years with George, and you have this young core that you need to accent, right? That's the problem.
Yes.
But let me throw you guys this question. So what if the East is that weak that you can make a run? Is there any way you guys could smell a run? like a legit run to the finals?
Well, the East really is as bad as you said. I can't. I could see them definitely getting 6, 7, or 8, but I don't. I think that the stuff that you talked about the way they're built, I think that'll start biting them come playoff time. Can you say to yourself that Embiid's going to get progressively better physically? If I felt that was the case, I might feel differently, but I don't think he's going to get better physically. I think he came in pretty good shape. I think he lost the weight. I think he's going to wear down a little bit. Maybe George does give them a bump, but I do not see a scenario in which they make a run. But that's
I know. I mean, you're just too small. I mean, you saw it last night with Mobley. Like when they, against those teams with size like front courts, they got Jared Allen and Mobley, and they couldn't sniff a board last night.
No, I mean, maybe I'm the opposite of you, Pat. I think Embiid's going to get better and stronger. He doesn't look like he's in basketball shape right now. I don't know. Wofford I've been impressed with Wofford. Barlow's looked good when he played. I don't know. I'm kind of optimistic. I think they could be a top 3 team in the East.
Really?
I do. I mean, everyone was hyped up on Orlando. I think they can run with Orlando. Healthy. We haven't even seen Paul George putting up 20 a game yet.
I mean, listen, I hate the problem is I could see them racking up wins in the regular season because it's AAU in the regular season.
Yep.
And that style and how fast they are and they can score, I could see them put the problem is when in the playoffs come, like you people think you can play that way. You can't play that way in the playoffs. They defend possessions differently.
No, 100%. But I don't think this is going to be the final roster. I think they're going to add a bigger productive body. And I think McCain's probably going to be the piece that helps you get it.
And the other positive is that we're even having this conversation.
Yeah, right?
It's a gift. I agree.
Without even putting them into 5 headlines last year. The very fact that we're having this conversation, the very fact that I got frustrated over a game that I probably wouldn't have watched.
No, that's fantastic.
Second quarter, it's great. So let's hope that VG's right, and let's hope for the best. And there's some young guys there that you really want to root for. So let's hope that they have some success early.
I like it.
Hey, before you leave, Pat, you said the Sixers would have won the other night if they would have replaced Embiid with Paul Mokeski. Just for people who don't know what Paul Mokeski looks like, this is who Pat says would have been better off on the court than Joel Embiid.
Very good, VG. And now I'm really showing my age, even for you. Paul Mokeski looks like Robert Redford compared to Toby Kimball, the other name I can't.
All right, I'll give you a trivia question. Name for me the other 2 centers that the Milwaukee Bucks threw at the Sixers. They looked at it like they had, what was it? They had their 18 fouls, right?
All right. Well, one of them I'm going to say was Alton Lister.
Yes, correct.
Okay.
The other one
is he Caucasian?
The other one was Caucasian.
Sigma?
No, with a big Adam's apple.
Oh, man.
You got me.
McKeskey, Lister, and this guy, initials RB.
Wow.
Yeah, no clue.
Randy
Brewer.
Yes.
7'2" from the University of Minnesota.
Yes.
Wow.
That was the
three-headed slop monster there.
Yes.
I'll tell you.
It was. They came out of a swamp, and they looked like it. All 3 of them were just grisly-looking, gruesome-looking fellas. Classic.
Bona the other night had a follow-up dunk, and Bona's very limited. Follow-up dunk, a big block. Okay, he contributed. So, I don't know. That was a good question, Anthony. I enjoyed that. Very good.
All right. Now, to the top headline of the week, we go back to your Philadelphia Eagles.
And our headline here is Howie's Trade School.
Oh.
And how many times it's amazing when you look at whether it was free agency or the draft or the trade deadline. We've been on a real run when they do winners and losers. And it's not like the Eagles are fourth. The Eagles won the trade deadline again. There have been years they've won free agency. I think they won the draft again last year, or so everybody appeared. So this is great. And I was a little worried that Howie was going to really do something crazy and go after somebody for ones. I'm very happy with what he did. I like everything I hear about this Jalen Phillips. I was glad to hear what Baldy said about him. I've heard Kelsey talk about him. He's one of these guys that it's a typical Philadelphia story. Great player, but he's banged up, and can he do it when he's hurt? But are you okay at edge now, Anthony? We're talking Nolan Smith, Hunt, Phillips, and BG.
I feel great about it. I do. I think Phillips slots in perfectly. Listen, I know he's got an injury history. Everybody's talked about it ad nauseum. You just need him healthy for 2 months, 3 months. Like, that's what it is.
And he's, I love Nolan Smith when he gets healthy. He's on the rise. He's going to be good. Is Nolan Smith going to be good for Green Bay? Do you know, Anthony?
I asked that to EJ. I'm not sure. I heard he was trending well, but then somebody told me was it last night that it's probably not going to happen. But we'll see.
But the other thing I like about Phillips, when you think about like Nolan Smith and what he doesn't have, I love the size and weight. 6'5", 265. He's a big dude who can move. They're going to have to make a couple guys are going to, over the weekend, a couple guys are going to get tossed. They got to make room for some of these guys. They got to make room for Phillips, and they got to make room. I don't know that they've made room in the roster. They've opened his window, but they got to make room in the roster for Phillips and BG, and they're going to have to make room in the roster for Alexander and Carter. So I thought that maybe Howie would get a 6 or a 7 for somebody that he was going to send packing, but that would have been beautiful. But that's not going to happen. I'm really fascinated. You know what you're getting with Phillips, but I'm really fascinated with the cornerback thing. I got to think Alexander's washed, but God, if he's not. And I think Carter's a player, and you got to pay him money, but I'm not sure he's the right fit right now. But maybe the idea is you just stock up and you put 4 or 5, 6 D-backs out there in Vic's lab at some point, and maybe great things happen.
Yes. And look, I think Phillips is going to help Hunt in a big way, right?
I totally agree.
You want to talk about body type, same body type,
Yes. Yeah. Hunt's still developing or whatever. Hunt's probably not your number 2 guy.
Yeah.
He's still a 3. If when push comes to shove in the playoffs, if you go out of there with Nolan Smith and Phillips, and then you bring in Hunt into the mix, and BG gives you 10, 12 snaps, and Uche's probably okay as a 5th guy, or that's okay there,
And then I'm anxious to see what they do with Dean and Campbell.
Oh, I'm glad you said that. I love where they're at with linebacker, and I love all 3 of those guys. I love a defense that has Campbell, Dean, and Bond on the field at the same time. But how do you do that? How do you mix and match?
Yeah, Coop goes to the outside. In base. Like, that's pretty nasty.
Yeah.
Spags does that with the Chiefs, where he'll have his 3 linebackers out there, and it works.
Yeah, I'd love to see that. But now, even if you hit on one of them, if Carter or Alexander, if one of them's a hit, man, you've got you're just putting really good players on the field.
Yeah.
And you're letting it happen.
And you could, like, all that versatility, and, big nickel, and you got so many things to do that you can match up. Because, like, to me, how I look at defense is it's all about matchups, right? So I got the Lions. All right, I want Coop inside. I got the Packers, and what are they going to do? They're going to spread me out, right? So they're going to try to run it with Jacobs and have Watson on the outside and Dobbs, and they're going to try to go hit me that way, especially without Kraft. So
big help for the Eagles that Kraft's hurt. Kraft's a good player.
Real good. And he's a good blocker in the run game.
Yes.
How do you see, I'll ask you, how do you see the next 5? You guys both do this exercise. At Monday night, what do you got?
Win.
Well, I don't know what I got. This is what I got in that they're splitting the next 2, I think.
Okay.
How that plays out.
All right, so you got Green Bay, Detroit split 1-1 for Pat. What do you got?
I think they win both of these.
2-0.
Yeah. Detroit here? Yes.
Yeah.
I think there's better than the Green Bay, and I think Detroit on the road here, yes.
All right, then Black Friday, Chicago. Any chance? Did they lose that game? Any chance?
No. Don't they have Dallas before that?
I'm sorry. Yes.
Okay.
I'm skipping ahead. Cowboys. Okay. I don't want to skip that game. So at Dallas, and we know their offense, and you beat them earlier, and is that a trouble spot? Like, are you going to go? Like, I could see 2-1, but you can't tell me they're going to go 3-0. Green Bay, Lions at Cowboys. That's tough.
Yeah, I don't think so. But I think they split and then get Dallas.
3-0.
I'm telling you 3-0.
Good football.
Kelly
mind.
Green and Dallas. They're going to win that game.
Kelly Green.
I got Swoop and the Swoopette over here.
That's right. Hey,
All
I
right.
hope they go 3-0, but
then you go Bears at Chargers.
Now I'm going to put on my Andrew and VG hat. I think they beat both of them.
There you go. Now you're coming around, Pat. Now you're coming around.
I do not. I think they beat Chicago. I think they lose to the Chargers.
With that rag quarterback?
It's the traveling. You've already won 4 or 5 games.
So you guys got him 5-1, and he's got him, and Swoop's got him 6-0.
I only got one more loss on this schedule.
Buffalo, right?
Yeah, at Buffalo.
I mean, geez, are you going to tell me they're going to go 14-3?
I've been telling you since August they're going 14-3.
That would be unbelievable.
Me and ChatGPT since August. That's what we predicted.
That would be unbelievable. 14-3.
That would be unbelievable. I don't see 14-3.
Yeah.
I'll take 13-4 and run laughing.
All right, you're one game off. I mean, it's not like I'm
crazy. 13-4 as well.
Crazy. You're one game better.
I mean,
I know how your mind works. There's always that game. I mean,
that was the Giants game. That was the game.
They lost to the Giants. So I don't know. Could they blow a Black Friday game to the Bears? I guess. I don't see it. The
only thing is, I remember the Chiefs. Was it last year? They played the Raiders, and they won the skin of their teeth. They had to come back and win because you're coming off of Green Bay, Detroit, and Dallas, and then you got to play on a short week at home is great, but sometimes that gives you full belly the night before, Thanksgiving. It's a tough spot, that Black Friday game.
Right. And another thing that's working in the Eagles' schedule is I think we all had them splitting with the Commanders, but
they beat them twice.
It's not their year. They're going to be shot.
Yeah, I agree. I think Washington, they beat Washington both times. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
I know you agree. Yeah, I'm with you.
There are people in the chat is excited about the Cuz Derby.
Darby, yeah, the Darby. The Cuz Darby.
What is it?
In footy, they have the two rivals, the hometown rivals.
Yeah, it's a Derby.
Rivals. The Derby. It's a Liverpool and Everton, or
it's the Merseyside.
Yeah. So they're acting like these are your two heartstrings.
Chiefs and Chargers.
No, Chargers.
It's
and
the
Birds.
Cuz Derby.
That game.
Oh, get the hell
You're
out of here with the
torn
Chargers.
between
I
who you're rooting for.
Stop, because I think the kid's a good quarterback.
They're saying the Cuz balls are going down.
You guys
That's
bust my
Sammy
stones.
saying that.
It's Swahili as far as I'm concerned.
So they bust my stones because I think Herbert's a good quarterback.
Great quarterback.
Well, I'm going to
Great
throw
quarterback.
right back to the boys there. He's the quarterback of my all overrated team.
Yeah, Pat. Yeah. Welcome to
Now,
another one for the good guys.
Maybe, but
I don't see how you could say that. I just don't. I don't see how you could say it.
who's your quarterback in the all overrated team? He's mine.
Yep.
All overrated team.
Mine's a
is
tie.
Darnold.
Jordan Love.
Darnold's a good name.
Everybody's all in love with him now.
I said last week that they're not for real because of him, and I stick to it. But man, they're pretty good.
Yeah, they didn't beat anybody. Like I look at them and I go, "Who'd you beat?" You know.
Right.
Fartsy thinks you
I
got
think the hope for the Chargers is the coach, not the quarterback.
What, say again?
I think the hope for the Chargers is I think they have a great coach. I do not think they have a great quarterback.
Oh, don't get you winding them up now.
I gotta tell you, I don't know what don't you see? Everybody, it makes no sense. Like he was built out of a lab. He makes every throw. He's tall.
Anthony, you look at these guys, and it's so unlike the person I know. But when it comes to quarterbacks, you're a different person. You want to see pretty. You just want to see this perfect spiral come out in a gun, and the guy throws a ball through the window. But he's got to play the full game, and he'll throw a pretty pass now and then.
But he also runs. He's athletic.
He's not getting it done.
I mean, first of all, he just has hardball, and hardball just comes, right? Like before that, he had the worst coach in the NFL.
Pat,
maybe in 2 years he'll be pretty good, but all this love on Justin Herbert,
I just think the kid
astounds me.
He's a prototypical quarterback.
He was built in a lab, but when he goes out and faces the elements and people and rushing and pressure, he collapses.
All right, now he's
throws
got
interceptions.
And now he got no Joe Alt. So
no, his kid's always got an excuse. You know, always got an excuse for this guy.
Who threw a beautiful ball, Jeff George.
Someone just mentioned him in the chat.
You guys are tough.
Herbert
is more mobile than George
love
was.
We have a good disagreement.
Farsi wants to know if you got a
Justin
split
Herbert
jersey.
is definitely a disagreement move. Yeah. I'm with the fellas on this one.
I got
I'm
you.
going to go to the Derby.
I got you. I got
You got the split jersey at home? The Eagles and the Chargers?
Jake Friel.
I love quarterback. I like quarterback play. All right? So I look at quarterbacks. Like, now you're going to tell me Mahomes stinks.
No. I'm not going to say that.
Jake Friel says Cuz is getting the mistletoe ready for Herbert.
I'll take it. Listen, I try to get my kid to be able to throw. I work on his form constantly. Like we throw every day in the yard.
And I would show him the mechanics of Herbert without a doubt. But I'd rather see Moss throwing up knuckleballs like Billy Kilmer and leading his team to the championship than looking pretty at 2-8.
I hear you, brother.
Joe L says you're not watching the games if you think Herbert's overrated. There you go. You and Joe L are on the same page.
Whatever. That is all good. Pat, it was awesome. We love it. It's the greatest. So much fun. It's the best. You're a treasure.
All right, the Reading Terminal countdown's on, boys. Here
Let's
we go.
go, baby. Let's go.
Yeah.
Wednesday before Thanksgiving, chat.
Cannot wait. Everybody better come out to this one.
I need all you guys. Fartsy and all you guys.
Joe Rockhead, Eddie Wright.
Everybody
Jake,
come.
let's go.
Everybody, Jake, come on in. Love you, Pat. Thanks, buddy.
Okay, guys.
There he is. The great Pat McClune. Yeah, the whole chat better come in person beers.
There it is.
All right.
If you come in person, if we can get say 50
Come
of you
in
show up,
person.
we might get cousin eat a chicken parm. If 50 of you show up.
Your vampire just came out. Come in the person.
How about Tasty Cake Dom? Chargers or the Titanic? You need to jump in.
yeah, tasty.
Oh, wait. Somebody, Tony the ref's outside.
What?
Tony the ref's outside.
Yeah, where's the bro?
Yo, bro.
Bro! Go get him. Let Tony the ref in.
Tony the ref.
Tony the ref's outside the building.
You guys live?
Yeah, we're live. It's just texting. The poor Tony wants
He's
to
in
come
there.
in.
He says he can't hear us because he's sneezing and coughing in there.
He sneezes like the sneeze of
I
God.
know, the wall shake.
There's Tony.
Oh, yeah.
Look at Tony. That's a nice looking sweats. I like it.
He's got a nice outfit on.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He
he's
looks
sharp.
good, Tony looks good. All right, let's take care of some business. And then we got the Geekus and Todd.
All right, yeah.
All right. Hey, Parks Casino. All right, let me tell you about tonight again because you don't want to miss this. All right, this is a big night tonight. At the sports book. All right, got to be there inside the Bet Park Sportsbook in the casino. Free event. Axeman Jeremiah Trotter. Oof. 6-time All-Pro, voice of the Birds, Mike Quick.
Legends.
Speaking of legends, the greatest Eagle defender, right? This side of Reggie White, Seth Joyner.
Ooh, yeah.
Long-time Birds beat reporter D Gun. You look great, dude.
Man.
I mean, you got all kinds of stuff. Great
It's a party.
stuff.
All A-listers.
All right, being given away, signed jerseys, Birds helmets, game tickets, all tonight, 6 o'clock, Ben Salem. All right? It's a great night. Make sure you're there. All presented by the Bet Parks Online Casino and Sportsbook app. Got to be 21. Gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Cuz's Corner? Question mark?
Yeah, you and I will be there.
Yeah.
Yes.
We'll be there as well.
Tonight?
Yeah.
Oh, you guys
Yeah.
are like the lead in the warm-up act.
Yeah.
Nice.
We're actually going at the same time.
Oh, man. Got to get out there. Hey, if your home needs a little TLC, or you're dreaming of that next big vacation, maybe even a road trip to see one of the Philly teams play, well, listen up. TrueMark Financial's HELOC Select just got even better because rates have dropped, making it more affordable to put your home's equity to work. Need a new kitchen, a roof, some big repairs, maybe knock out some high-interest debt? Well, with the HELOC Select, you can access all your cash at once. Or if you want to do it now and then, you just use it when you need it, so you get total flexibility like a solid game plan. Make it happen today. Visit one of TrueMark's 24 locations or head over to truemark.com/PHLY and get in the game today. They are federally insured by the NCUA, Equal Opportunity Lender, NMLS 404938.
Love it. There he is, VG. Now let's go to our man. It's a Fantasy Thursday, and we love him. He's got, getting ready for the...
Got some questions I got to write down here.
Oh, yeah? You got questions?
Yeah, chat, get your questions ready if you want some fantasy help.
All right. Well, this is an important time because stretch runs now. All right? So let's go to the one, the only, Geek. Good morning, Geekus.
What's going on? All right.
So I thought of you because when the Jets traded Sauce Gardner, Quinn Williams, and I thought, like, man, that franchise is just Drek, right? Like, they're just Drek. And I thought of you. And I admire you because you could have went to Giants like everybody else up there, but you stick to your roots. And you follow the worst team in the history of the NFL.
It's the worst. It is genuine. You know, somebody put out on Twitter a list of the greatest Jets quarterbacks of all time. And when I tell you Mark Sanchez was number 3 on the list.
Wow.
Number 3. And I couldn't argue against it. I was like, yeah, you know what? Pennington, Vinny, Kenny O'Brien.
Who's number 2? Richard Todd?
Sanchez. That was our best guy. It's horrible. It's horrible.
Well, you know what really is bad is that you watch Darnold do what he does, You watch Joe Flacco throw for 500 yards, right? Like, you watch these quarterbacks leave. I mean, it's unbelievable. Like, you have these guys, and they can do nothing with you guys.
It's the franchise, the worst by far. And by the way, rebuilding, we're going back to first round picks. Great. Been there, done that, sick of it. It's been brutal. But, I will say on paper, I'm fine with the trades, getting a couple of firsts for Sauce. And, overall, I'm fine with the trades. It's just a reminder that it's the worst franchise in the NFL. Until the Jets, the only way they break the curse, I've now figured this out. There's only one. They can only break the curse by drafting a quarterback so talented that their talent can overcome the ineptness of the franchise, similar to like a Jaden Daniels situation, where you go to like one of these terrible franchises, but the guy is so good that he just uplifts him up, like despite what's going on around him. Really sad what happened, the injury, of course, but until that guy happened, he's lifting up this terrible friend. We need that. We need that on the Jets. Like when Daniel Jones.
What's such a shame too, though, is like you get Favre. He's a disaster, right? The whole thing, the intern. I mean, it's just a disaster. He leaves and goes to Minnesota and has a renaissance. Like, he's about to go back to the Super Bowl. You get Rodgers. He's a disaster. He leaves, and he's like not horrible now. Like, he's playing in Pittsburgh, and he actually looks decent.
He looks good, yeah.
Right? Like, he looks younger.
Yes.
Everything that franchise touches turns to trash. I mean, it's unbelievable.
You got to do trades with the Jets. You get a discounted player from the badness of the team that then elevates the second they leave the poisonous environment. I have no idea why a franchise could be this terrible, but I've told you many times, because this is why I got into fantasy football, because I love watching football. As a kid, I mean, you can imagine waiting for Sunday. I couldn't sleep on Saturday night. I was up like, I just want to close my eyes so I could wake up and it'll be 1 o'clock. I mean, that's how much I love football. And then you'd have this disappointing garbage team that by week 3 of every single season was already clearly non-competitive and waiting for a draft pick. And I said, when fantasy football came around, I was about 22, in early 2000s. I was like, this is great. I get a rooting interest in watching football games finally, after having this terrible team that I could only suffer with. I had some happiness, cuz. It gave me happiness.
It was funny. When I used to work in New York, I worked with a guy. He was a columnist by the name of Steve Serby, and after the Giants would be 2-0 and the Jets would be 2-0, and his column on that Monday would be Subway Super Bowl. And I used to be like, dude, why do you write this every year? The Jets stink, and even the Giants got lucky a couple times, but stop with the Subway Super Bowl. He would do it all the time, Geek.
Brutal. There's never going to be a Subway Super Bowl. The only toilet, maybe we'll have a Subway toilet bowl. That's about as good as it's going to get. It's a brutal franchise. The trade deadline was crazy this year, now, right? I mean, we saw more big trades than you normally see. It was pretty wild.
All right, so make sense of it. You need to make sense of the fantasy landscape for everybody. This is an important time of the year as you kind of position for the playoff run.
Yeah, this is so on your fantasy football team, we are in a critical moment. So everybody got to focus in here. So this is the time of year. We're right at the trade deadline. In most fantasy leagues, you're not going to be able to make trades beyond either this week or next. So if for teams that are looking good, you're leading, you're doing well, you're in a good position, you got a lot of depth. This is the time to start taking your depth, pairing it up with a pretty good name to upgrade to an elite name. I'll give you an example. Let's say you have somebody pretty good that you can't even start. He's on your bench, like a decent, like a Deebo Samuel level wide receiver, somebody in that zone. and maybe you have like a Garrett Wilson that you're starting or somebody of that type, right? With name recognition, but just okay, or like a Brian Thomas Jr. This is the time you're going to find the team in your league that's in 6th, 7th place, 8th place, that's fighting. He probably doesn't have depth. Their problem is, I'm starting a garbage because I got injuries all over the place, and if only I had one more starter, I could be good. You're going to find that person. You give them good players to upgrade to one elite player. So this is the 2-for-1 trade window.
The
you
old
need to be
2-for-1.
making those kind of trades. The old twofer. Right? And you want to grab a piece on your bench that's good, but you're looking at him like, man, I wish I could start this guy, but I have so much studliness ahead of him, I don't even play that guy. I'll give you an example. Let's say you drafted Javonte Williams late, but you also drafted, some decent running backs. You got Cook on your team, a couple other names like that. So you want to take like the middle name, pair it up with someone else, and then get up to Bijan or get up to Jonathan Taylor or something like that from the person who's having trouble in the league. So this is absolutely consolidate, start to not worry as much about depth, go after Brock Bowers in a league. Like you've got a decent time. The guy with Brock Bowers is probably in 9th place, 10th place. He's dying, right? He's like, man, I can't believe I took this guy in round 2. He's been injured all year. Finally, he resurrects. It's too late. That's the one. You want to go after players like that.
You want to go star hunting.
Star hunting is right. And the way to work it is you've got to find the person. It's the right person. People don't do trades right. Don't just throw that trade at the 2nd place team because they have Bijan and you want Bijan. That's not going to work. You want to go after the team that's trying to make the last playoff spot. They need some depth. They're willing to make some trades. They know that if they don't make a move, they're done with this league. So trading this
sound advice.
Fantasy football works like this. Your draft, get it as good as possible. That's probably only 30% of what's going to lead you to a win. Work in the waivers. You picked up Manungai last week. You won a week. You work in the waivers. That's step 2. And then step 3 is if you can work a trade or 2 in. You only need really 1 on a team. I don't know anybody who's going to be able to even do 2 trades like this. And generally, you have 1 piece that's riding your bench that you're like, man, my team's so good. Everybody else would be starting that guy, but he's sitting on my bench. That's the guy you want. Or go if you have the kind of league that where quarterbacks are somewhat needed, and you've got a few of them, and somebody had Jaden Daniels. Not going to play for the rest of the year. He's looking on the waivers. He's picking up, garbage on the waivers. He's playing Tua this week. Oh man, not going to feel good about that. That's another person you can pair up that quarterback, your spare Goff that's sitting on your bench. You take him, you throw him in with a running back that's good but not great. I got to get to those names, but like a Quinshon Judkins. Okay, good.
Right.
All right, I've seen a little bit of life out of him. And then I upgrade to James Cook or someone who's going to smash, or even Saquon Barkley, who the owner is probably he's probably doing poorly too because you took Barkley in round 1 and he's just been regular this year. He hasn't been elite as of yet, except for the 1 game. So those are the kind of moves you want to make now to secure yourself a fantasy championship.
What about guys that should come back, right? Like look at Tampa. Bucky Irving at some point should come back. Nate McMillan, right? Like all around the league, you got guys that are bang dinged and that are going to come back. Have you identified, and how do you handle those guys?
Yeah, I mean, those are potential targets as well. Those are easier elite targets. You don't even have to give up a second player. I'll give you other names. You mentioned Bucky Irving. He's really close to coming back. I don't think he's going to be back this week, but probably next week. But there's also Omarion Hampton, who's probably tracking for not now, but the playoffs. So again, that's a great idea, cousin. You want to Trey Benson floating around. I don't know that he's a stud when he comes back, but certainly that team is much improved with the upgraded quarterback that they just underwent over in Arizona. So like even a Trey Benson, these are easier to acquire pieces. You can get Trey Benson, Bucky Irving for like DeAndre Swift or some, again, a guy that's on your bench. You're not even playing him right now. You don't need him. You have the depth. Take that depth piece, trade it to someone who needs help this week. Listen, If you're sitting at 4-5 in your fantasy league, one loss at this, there's no room for error. Or 3-6, there's no room for error. You got to win the rest of your. I can't wait for Trey Benson in 2 weeks or 3 weeks. I can't wait for Omarion or Bucky whenever those guys are. It's been a brutal year for injuries. In fairness, when it comes to some of those names, but you don't have time to wait for that. You've got to make them. Those guys don't have time. You take advantage of their weakness. Sun Tzu, Machiavelli. I'm just throwing names of stuff that I don't know any quotes from or anything, but I'm just throwing those names out there.
All right,
Machiavelli.
I got some questions. Someone wants to know, would you stash Tank Bigsby as a Saquon insurance?
Oh, absolutely. Must be stashed. Saquon got a Q tag even right now. It's a reminder.
If Bucky Irvin's back, do you go an injured or a back Bucky Irving or J.K. Dobbins?
If it's me, if Bucky is back, we won't know, but for sure. But I would play Bucky over Dobbins all day. I love that game for Tampa this week. So that's a game I want a piece of if I can get it.
Okay. Do you think Monangai's big game affects Swift's value?
Yes. Swift is effectively ruined.
Ruined?
Yes, ruined. So my general thought right now is if both of them are healthy, I don't see how the Bears are not mixing them up. And the Bears don't score enough at the running back position to split the work, and it's ruinous. Swift goes from kind of like somebody you're excited to play to somebody you're hoping to not play, but you have to. So, not good.
Breece Hall or Tyrone Tracy?
Breece Hall. Tyrone Tracy, unplayable. The Giants showed last week that Devin Singletary is part of their plans for some reason, which ruined Tracy.
Who would you drop, Hollywood Brown or Xavier Worthy?
Brown is the drop.
All right, that leads me to my question. I listened to you. I went running back heavy. My receivers are brutal right now. Ricky Pearsall is killing me. Is he ever coming back to play? I need one of these. The Parker Washington, Darius Slayton, or Jacoby Myers.
Myers?
All right, so
I would look at Myers.
I'm nervous about him first week on the new team.
Yeah. I agree.
I think it's Parker Washington.
All right.
I think it's Parker Washington. He did pretty well last week. I like Slayton too. I'm very comfortable with Slayton.
Listen to what he said. He said I get any receiver in rounds 8, 9, 10, or whatever. Calvin Austin third or Hollywood Brown.
Who are your running backs?
My running backs are stacked. I mean, I have two different leagues. They're stacked running backs. Calvin Austin the third or Hollywood Brown.
Trade back and get a couple receivers that you could actually
I'm not trading
play.
them. I can't. I gotta hope Ricky Pearsall comes back.
Pearsall will be back probably next week. Pearsall's been a disappointment. You said Hollywood Brown or who?
Calvin Austin the third.
No, Calvin Austin's not playable. Hollywood Brown, for sure. Neither of those guys are that great. But definitely Hollywood. Do you have Wandale? Wandale's a good pickup if he's floating around.
No, he's gone.
He got 11 targets last week. Wandale's a target machine. Doesn't do anything. Somehow he figured out how to get 9 receptions and only 13 PPR points. That's a feat of math. I don't even know.
Geek, here's my big one. I'm in a predominantly TD only. You very little bonuses for yards. I lost Tucker Kraft. Do I go Dalton Kincaid or Luke Musgrave?
Yeah, Dalton Kincaid's been spectacular this year. It's easy choice. Dalton has been the touchdown machine for who else is scoring touchdowns for the Bills? They're running for touchdowns, or it's Dalton Kincaid. So definitely him in that scenario.
All right, we got Rich in the chat. He has Hollywood Brown and Xavier Worthy. Who would you start?
Yeah, it's still got to be Xavier Worthy, but you're clearly a little disappointed in what Xavier Worthy's doing. But he's
Rice
still
kills him.
Rice absolutely ruins it. Rice is the man. By the way, for those who took Rice and rode it out for 8 weeks, he's like a knight in shining armor, showing up and just becoming a stud on your team. You took him super late. You just had to survive. Aren't they on a bye this week, though? How are we getting these questions?
They're all on a bye.
Bob C. wants to know, interesting question here. I'm playing my 10-year-old son this week, and he has 4 players on bye. Should I let him know, or is this a good learning lesson?
Nah, you got to let him know. You got to teach
Brutal
him.
dad.
No, you got to teach him.
4-year-old
I mean,
son?
if you burn him once, he'll always be checking on the buys.
No, you got to teach him. Then, like you told him, and then you're good. I mean, come on.
Let them learn.
Yeah, man.
different parenting different parenting techniques.
Right.
There's the one parenting technique. I'll throw this one back at you. Let's say you're playing basketball against your 5-year-old. Are you letting him win or are you smashing him? You know what I'm saying? Like there's two different ways to parent.
Smashing.
No, no.
Smash. So then when they finally beat you, it's something.
You get the salt
you
going
don't
early.
Start that until they're like 10, 11. It's too young. When they're like 11, what I would do is I keep them in the game, right? I would make him like get up 9-1, and then I would beat him 11-9. Like that's how I used to do it.
Bob C. Footnote: his 10-year-old is leading the league right now.
Oh, let him learn.
Let him learn.
If he's winning the league, let him learn.
Rats.
Yeah.
You're a bunch of creepos.
You did just nail it. When they get to be a little older, like 10, 11, that's it. They need to know that dad is the man still, because at some point they're going to overtake you. So you need to do that.
Yeah.
Right.
But maybe 5 or 6, you let him stay in the game a little bit.
We got another late one. Do you start Monangai or do you start Swift?
No.
I mean, you got to start one of them.
Yeah, I think it's too early in the week to make that final determination. We got to understand, we got to hear, if they both healthy and they're both playing the game and they say Swift is our starter, I'm still going to favor the starter. But, I mean, obviously, clearly Monangai looked really good. And and Swift has never looked that great. I just don't like the situation right now as far as trying to figure out what's going to happen there.
All right, how about from a daily fantasy standpoint? What do you see this week?
This week, exciting week. Play of the slate. The name to get excited about. Actually, this is a trade for potential name as well. Although I like as well Rico Dowdle. What he's doing has been spectacular. Like he is just running on a different level. I've never seen anything really like it on kind of a bad team. And now they get the Saints as favorites. Like it's the ultimate running back spot. So Rico Dowdle, build around piece for this week. I really like James Cook on the Bills as well. Taking on as a 10-point favorite, taking on a Miami defense that's literally ranked 29th at fantasy points allowed to running back. So Miami can't stop the run. Bills 30-point team projected total. That's 5 touchdowns, 4.5 touchdowns to go around. Usually Cook is going to get one of those, and sometimes he'll get 2 of them. So those are a couple spots I'm going to heavy this week. Achane looks okay at running back as well with all those receptions. Quarterback position really interesting this week. My guy is getting a lot of love again. I've been on the Dart bandwagon for a while, guys. I've been riding that train since the first week, going right back to we got 27 points out of Dart last week. Cause I think I texted you before the games. I'm like, you got to play Dart.
Yeah, you love them.
Giants. I'm going right back to it. This kid is doing everything I want to see from a quarterback. The legs, the arm. It reminds me of last season, Jaden Daniels. It reminds me a little bit of Hurts as well. So he's doing those things that I want to see from a quarterback, from a fantasy production. I do not care if they win. I don't care. But what I care about is, will this quarterback put up numbers? Dart is doing it without any pass catchers. It's pretty... He's an impressive kid. I think this is. I think the Giants got themselves a winner with this kid. So I'm going to keep riding that bandwagon. There's one game that really pops for me. That's kind of. I'm going to call it the most exciting game of the week. You got the Rams at San Francisco. A little bit of a figure out who's the big dog kind of game. I think the Rams are the big dog, but here the 49ers are at home. So we'll see about that one. It's got a big total, close spread, everything you want to see in it's Puka week. I'm going to try to get Puka in as many lineups as I can, as much exposure to Puka as I possibly can get. So those are a couple spots. I think the Giants-Chicago game's interesting. 49ers, Rams, the best of them. Another one, actually, that's, I would say under the radar a little bit. I think you guys like this one. Ravens at the Vikings. We saw McCarthy last week. Listen, the stat line, he was okay. He wasn't, I'm not going crazy for McCarthy. There's no Dart situation going on over there. But he looked okay. He looked like a somewhat competent quarterback, which is a lot better than what we've seen so far. Listen, nothing wrong with that. Rookie, not a rookie, but effectively like a rookie on the team. But I feel like if McCarthy can play competent ball, that the Ravens side of that game is going to go bananas. So I'm looking at like a Zay Flowers. I'm looking at even Mark Andrews. That's the side. One side pushes, the other side explodes, and that's the side I'm kind of looking at. That Ravens team, I think, is sneaky under the radar. There's a battle going on this week, guys, between who's the best quarterback on the slate, between Josh Allen and Lamar, and it's a worthwhile battle. You know, two gladiators. But if you give me the option, I think it's Lamar this week, because I think there's a higher likelihood that the Vikings make a game of it compared to the Dolphins. The Dolphins could make a game of it too. I could be wrong. But I think I'm going to give a little higher possibility for the Vikings to make a game of it, and that's what Lamar needs. Lamar does not go crazy ever if the other team is not pushing them. That's just not how the Ravens offense works. So it needs to be pushed. So if I'm playing Lamar, I'm also quite interested in a piece from the Vikings, maybe a Justin Jefferson, more likely like a TJ Hawkinson, somebody less burdensome and costly, but something like that to say, hey, the Vikings are at least making a game of this.
Yeah, sounds great. Good planning. Geekus, as always, great information. DFS Army is the Geek and the Sharp app, because every geek needs an app. And he has the Sharp app, which is the prop killer. Like, he's a prop slayer. That's what the Geek does. He goes up the mountain with a bow and arrow, getting props, taking care of them.
The Proptimizer tool has been absolutely sparkling for the start of NBA. I mean, the projection model, spectacular. We've just upgraded a lot of stuff with our props tool as well. But you just have members in there just looking for edges and just clipping them. You could jump on that tool. If you like to bet on sports, you could jump on our props tool and literally pick your sport, throw in NBA, take the top, 10 or 15 spots, do a little bit on each of them, and you're going to bet every single time while putting your money in advantageous positions. We do the math. So everything that the Sharp app, especially the props tool, but also, of course, the ARB tool, anything those things are spitting out, those are mathematically situations that put the bettor in an advantage against the sports book. Most of the time, we're betting with a big disadvantage. So this is just a little bit of a way to turn that around, take some of that money back from the sports books. We have a free 7-day trial going on the Sharp app. So if anybody wants to check it out, you just go over there or download the app from the App Store, iPhone, Android. It's an awesome tool, and you get a little free trial to check out what we're doing. It's really nice because we're crushing it, and I'm happy. I feel like we're helping people. I feel like we're doing good service, good deeds.
That's great.
I have another big announcement. This was a big week, cuz.
What else you got?
Big special thing happened. I got a follow from VG on Twitter, and I was like, I've made it. This is it. This is it.
I couldn't believe I wasn't following you. I was like, how am I not following this guy?
You got to follow. Listen, everybody's got to follow the Geek.
Yeah.
Well,
here it is. At Football Geek. Mm-hmm. All right.
I was excited. I was excited, Vij. I was like, we're finally friends now.
Yeah.
Now
we've made it.
Now
we've done it.
Well, Geek is an ace. He's a great dude.
I agree. That's why I was
Great
surprised.
dude.
Follow immediately.
Geek, listen, good luck to you. All right. And poor Jets. All right. Listen,
First pick in the draft. Wait, one last thing. The Jets are going to mess this up. So at least with this terrible year, it's like, all right, we're going to keep losing. Fine. First pick in the draft on the way. At least we'll get whoever the best quarterback is this year. I don't even know who it is, right? There's a couple.
Oh, it's a disaster. What everybody thought was going to be a great QB year has not turned out that way.
Again, this is how it always. I already know in advance. I already knew this was going to happen. So like. The same with the Zach Milson / all the terrible quarter Fields, that draft class. Of course, that's when the Jets get the top pick. And now, we thought we were coming into this amazing Arch Manning, all this stuff. Nope. We got it'll probably be like some 5'7" prospect from a small school that just, we really like him. We're going to take a shot. Like, this is coming. I already know. But but the Jets will mess it up anyway. They'll squeeze out 2 more wins and just screw it up and be the Jets once again. I can guarantee you that.
Oh, that's great. Thanks, buddy. Appreciate it, pal. There he is, Geekus Aurelius. Man, that's tough. That is tough.
Paul
tough,
being a
man.
Jets fan.
Like at one point, the Eagles and Jets were like, we had our share of pain and suffering, right?
Yes.
And then all of a sudden, it went like that.
Dusted the
Yeah, man. Birds, gold standard. Yeah. Time for some OT. Overtime in the city. There it is. Little OT action. We love it. And don't forget, if you're wherever you're watching us, Xfinity, Samsung, Roku, head on over to YouTube, subscribe, like, helps with the algorithm.
The fun continues.
Yes, as always. Yes. Look at my boy, Tony the ref. Tony, come in here and pull up a chair. What are you sitting out there for? Tony, sit up, pull up a chair. Sitting out there on the couch.
Oh, there's a good nug I got that I would love Tony's opinion for.
Good. Yeah,
yes.
well, we'll have him sitting here because Todd,
it's a good
Todd's
basketball
coming up.
one.
We got TV Todd.
So Tony the ref, I don't want you sitting out here. Sit in the chair over there, would you? You're looking good, buddy.
Looking sharp, man.
He's got the orange sweats on with the sneakers.
Matching the sneakers.
He looks like you're Orangeman.
Yeah, all right.
You're down. All right. Joining us now, it's more like a Louisville Cardinal red.
Yeah, well, it matches his Sixers red on his shirt.
All right, joining us now, I love him. He's the greatest. When we want TV movies, we look no further than the great TV Todd.
Act like a man. You can't handle the truth.
It's time for TV Todd.
Todd!
Good morning, cuz.
Good morning, my brother. How are you?
I'm doing great. I just saw an incredible movie in the theaters that I was waiting for, and I'm excited to talk about today.
Oh, I can't wait. But first, before we get to what we're watching, we got to always talk a little Fly Guys. All right, tonight against the Preds, and Talk went after him after the weekend. They responded with 3 goals in the first period, give up the game, but show resilience in that they fall behind 4-3, come back to tie it and win it in the shootout.
Absolutely. This is what winners do, right? I mean, every season, every game has its ups and downs. I mean, if you take out that chunk in the second period where they gave up way too many penalties to the best power play team in the league, other than that little stretch, they outplayed the Canadians, who are a very, very good team, and held on for that, dare I say, shootout Kings win. I mean, we are good in the shootout.
So Zegras is ridiculous. I mean, he's unbelievable. I mean, outrageous, completely ridiculous. So VG brought this up. I thought it was a good point. The way Talk went after him didn't have the same negative bite as, say, Torts. It had a different tone to it. Did you feel that way?
It did.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Now, where I think the media got it wrong at first is the media started to portray it as it was this really kind of Tortorella-like conversation. Not true at all. If you listened to what Talk said, he even said, listen, I'm not trying to rip on the guys. I'm just being honest. They need to understand that every game matters. Every situation matters. And you know what he did? He actually talked about the fans. He said the fans are paying big money to come see you play every night. They're into it every night. You have got to dig deeper and give them a better product. I thought it was a very productive way to handle it, and the proof is in the results. 40-something shots on net. I mean, they got to the dirty areas. They did what they needed to do. I think it was the right messaging.
Yeah, it's a little.
I thought so.
Yeah, it seems a little like higher evolved emotional intelligence than the Torts has got.
Yes. Yeah, I agree with that. I thought that you were spot on. I'm excited. I'm excited. I'm excited about them. All right. Tell us about the movie you're fired up over. I love it.
I'm fired up about this because I wait for, I get excited about movies, waiting for them to see in the theaters. And I went over the weekend to see Begonia. It's a weird name, I know.
No, yeah.
Begonia. It is incredible. Yorgos Lanthimos, who did the film, is an incredible director. He's done some amazing movies, from The Lobster to, the guy's Kinds of Kindness, Poor Things. The guy is incredible. This is his best movie, hands down. Emma Stone, Jesse Plemons, incredible in this movie. I loved it. It's my favorite film of the year so far.
Wow.
So tell us about it. And,
Yeah,
because I'm not a lobster guy. I was like,
You didn't like The Lobster?
No.
What?
Yeah, I thought it was good.
The Sacred Killing of a Deer?
Yeah.
That's also a great film.
Yeah, he's a great filmmaker.
This is by far, VG, his most, dare I say, commercial film to date, in terms of, it's not super quirky like, Poor Things or Kind of Kindness or Lobster. It's not super quirky. It's relative straightforward. The subject matter is this, without giving away anything we shouldn't give away. Emma Stone is this powerful pharmaceutical CEO, and Jesse Plemons and his cousin come to believe that she is really an alien living here on planet Earth, and is responsible for not only the bees going away, now trying to do the same thing with humans. So they kidnap her and try to get her to confess to being an alien. And I'm not going to give away anything else other than that. Amazing performances, incredible like Oscar-worthy performances.
That's awesome.
She's been on a real heater, this Emma Stone, man.
Yeah.
I got to see this.
She's good.
Yeah.
She's
very good.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's excellent.
She is not scared to take roles that are controversial or different. She did that HBO series recently with Nathan Fielder. She's really super talented. And let me tell you something. Jesse Plemons, that guy is a superstar.
Yeah.
What's he from? Where's he from?
He was in a lot of films back in the day where he played smaller parts. And he was it's weird. He was a heavier guy, but he was in a ton of movies. He was in the other, Yorgos movies, but he was in a lot of, he was in the Fargo TV show. He was in Friday Night Lights. He was in Game Night. He was in Love and Death.
I know his face. He's great. Yeah.
Civil War.
Yeah,
Civil
War. He was really good in.
Yeah.
Killers of the
He was
Flower
great. So
Moon.
Yeah. And Breaking Bad. He was in Breaking Bad.
Yes.
Yeah, great dude. Great actor.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was.
What was?
He's one of Jesse's friends.
Oh.
Yeah. He's a part of that little crew.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. He's good. It's a great movie. I love this movie. It's very reminiscent of, if you're a fan of Cloverfield Lane, like that kind of movie. It's very, very good.
Cool.
I highly recommend it. And I was sitting there in the theater thinking, man, I just hope people go to see it on a big screen. I really do.
And it got me worried because I guess this past month was pretty bad. Because I read a story about it was an almost apocalyptic month for theater goers.
It's been bad. And, if you look at what's playing in the theaters right now, it's super interesting. On any given day, if I go to my local Regal or AMC theater, they're showing a lot of classic movies during the day. And when I say classic movies, I mean movies that you and I grew up with. They're showing The Breakfast Club, or they're showing, just weird, and they're showing movies that definitely fill in the history of cinema, but they're showing them in the theaters. They're just doing anything they can to get people to come out. And people are, it's a shame. I hope we get, we're entering the holiday season, so we got some big movies coming, but on this theme, I noticed this week, Guillermo del Toro's version of Frankenstein, which everybody's really excited about. It's got, Jacob Elordi. It's got Mia Goth. She's amazing. Guillermo del Toro does some incredible, so his version of Frankenstein, super intriguing, right? And it was released in the theaters last week. So it was playing in the theaters, but it's also coming out on Netflix this Friday.
Wow.
So like most of the people that are into TV and film right now go, oh, it's going to be on Netflix Friday. I'm just going to wait. I'll go.
Right.
I'll just watch it. So they're doing it to themselves to a certain extent.
It's the same with that. I love that Nouvelle Vague, the Richard Linklater movie. 2 weeks in the theaters, and it's Netflix. I guess that's the compromise they make with the Netflix people. You got to be in the theaters for like Academy Awards, right? I don't think you can go direct. So 2 weeks in the theater, and then Netflix.
You're right. What do you think? We got to get back to the idea of going out.
I gotta say though,
social.
I feel like when I go to the movies, the theaters are crowded when I go to the movies.
Yeah, if it's a big title, I feel like a lot of people go out to the movies.
Yeah, I've been impressed on the crowds I've been seeing.
Yeah,
is it? We don't have during the week type movies like we used to. Like the movies were always it was sparser during the week, but there was always somewhat of a. I used to love to go like on a Tuesday night or a Wednesday night.
Well,
like before I had kids.
Well, they do it in town. The Film Society does. I think Monday is like $6 tickets, and then the Ritz has Tuesdays are like $6 tickets.
Yeah, I used to love those off nights.
Yeah,
I mean, before kids, we used to. My wife and I would go twice a week to the movies.
even like a nice weekend matinee.
Yeah,
Sunday. I love a weekend
in the
matinee.
spring.
Yeah.
I love 3-4 o'clock. You still got the rest of the night.
Yeah,
see a good movie.
Yeah. I hope we get back to it.
I go to a lot of off times, really just because number one, the crowd. I mean, I love seeing crowds, but they are disastrous during a movie. It's like everybody's talking on their cell phone. It's crazy. But I go a lot. I got one of those passes where you could just go whenever, and now I do that. I go to a lot of off-time movies, and I think your point, Anthony, is really well taken. I don't think that we give theatrical releases enough time to let the buzz and let the conversation, let people at the water cooler tell their friends about it, and build it. We pull it out so quickly and put it for home viewing that, of course, the box office isn't going to do what it should do.
No, I know. You just make it too easy for you. That's because we're all inherently the problem with this and everything else in our creature comfort world, which some of it's really good. Going to games, like a lot of times you'd rather just sit at home and watch the game. It's more comfortable, it's cheaper, and the whole thing. Getting in a car to go is people. You got to make it like a thing, and that's that. I hope it comes back because there's nothing like just going to a movie, man. Like, it's just great.
It is, but they're pricing you out. Like 2 people with snacks is $50, $52. And you got a family of 4 or 5. You're spending like $150 to go to a movie.
Well, I feel like they're forcing you to get that A-list or that stub member thing because you get the free movies and all of that stuff. You get the popcorns, you get all the perks with it. So I feel like they're really forcing you to get that subscription to go to the movies.
It's just what I can't imagine taking 3 kids. I mean, talking over $100.
No, we don't do now Anthony will go with his buddies.
Yeah.
But we haven't gone as a family. We do our family viewing night. I mean, everything's so much more expensive. Like we go, if you go get like a pizza, first of all, you need 2 pizzas to feed everybody.
Yeah.
Oh.
And you just look up and it's like, wait, it's $55 for 2 pizzas?
Yeah.
I didn't even get wings, nothing.
Right.
Like I'm having 1 slice because they're going to eat all that. Like it's insane. Like what people don't realize is the inflation on the American public is just suffocating.
It's out of whack. And that's a pet peeve of mine. Anyone who works in America should be able to work 1 hour and be able to afford a pizza. Spend an hour at work, you should be able to afford a pizza.
And I don't know.
Now pizzas are like $22.
I don't know if it's gouging or what, but
it's out of control.
It went from felt like overnight, like COVID buried us.
Yeah.
It went overnight from $10 to $25.
Yeah. And
once
they hit 25, they don't ever come down.
No.
Once they know you're paying 25, you're paying 25.
Like what happened? Did the price of cheese go up? Did the price of dough? Like
maybe
nothing
at the time.
Nothing
It's gotta be
happened.
back to normal by now.
Yeah.
Anyway.
But it hurts the movie. But like the movie going, it's the same thing, right? It's we're on this budget. well, we'll stay home and watch and go get candy from CVS.
Yeah, you got to sneak.
If I was a kid, I could hear my dad saying, I'm paying $180 for all these subscription services. We're not going to the damn movies. How can afford it?
I'm going to go to the drugstore. I'm going to get Twizzlers and gummy bears and Reese cups.
Yeah, you got to smuggle. You got to smuggle in like candies. Yeah, drinks. You got to do it all.
And then I feel bad for.
I hear the cans popping sometimes.
and you feel bad for the theater,
the crinkly bag,
because the theater's awesome, right? Like, I love going to. I love popcorn. Nothing
The
like
smell
movie
of
theater.
it, yes.
It's the best. Pretzel bites, it's great. It's just
Love the
it's a
pretzel bites.
shame. It really is.
Yeah.
They have to figure out. There's got to be an economic model for it to work.
I mean, big farts is so on brand. Prices would come down if we fired Topper.
Oh my gosh, he's gonna die on that hill.
Classic. So, all right, what else we got? Like, what else? Did you finish Task? What'd you think of Task?
Yeah, I finished it. I liked it. I
Yeah.
thought it was a very strong ending too. It's one of those shows, though. Like I have to say, like I'm a big fan of not continuing shows like that.
Right.
Like I think you do a good season, you tell the story. It was brilliant and fun. Just I don't need to see a season 2. I really don't.
Yeah, and I think that was in his mind, Brad's mind, with this whole project, which is like, you know what? I'm not going to do like Mayor didn't need a second part, right? A completely different story. And you're right. It was perfect. The length was perfect. It kept you on its toes. It moved. It was well acted, well shot beautifully. It was really executed well. And you don't need another season. Like you were like, that was quality. Now give me another one-off, right?
Yeah, the problem is every time, the streamers have a hit, they just want to keep it, they need to keep it going. So you're going to water stuff down eventually. Yeah. I liked it. I'm some of the series I'm watching right now that have been out that I love, and I'll tell you about one coming out Friday I'm pretty excited for. But I am so loving The Chair Company on HBO Max.
Yeah. So much fun.
Oh.
The most recent episode was the best. So funny.
I mean, we said it on this show a million times with the movie Friendship and his Netflix series. Tim Robinson is he is really right now hitting a stride that is unmatched. His comedy is genius.
It's so weird and awkward.
Genius.
Yeah. It's like Andy Kaufman kind of is.
Yeah, it's a cringe.
Yeah.
It is. But somewhat real. It's somewhat real though. Like it's doesn't
that always make it cringeworthy when it's like it's real? Like when you feel it?
Yeah. I guess.
His frustrations are like, we all have his frustrations. It's really great. So I'm loving that. Frazier and I are both loving Welcome to Derry. I think so far, very strong start. Great special effects, lots of fun. The show that everyone is pretty excited for starting tomorrow, and I wanted to keep it on theme because we mentioned Breaking Bad earlier. The new series by what's his name? Vince Gilligan. Vince Gilligan's new series, who did Breaking Bad, Better Call Saul, etc. His new series Pluribus starts on Friday, and it looks really good. It stars Rhea Seehorn, who was in obviously Better Call Saul. She was one of the main cast members. She plays it's a science fiction drama. She plays this woman who is the only person that is immune to a virus that has made the rest of the world unnaturally and perpetually happy. So everybody else has this, she becomes the most miserable person on the earth because there was this disease that made us all happy, and she was immune to it. And it looks really good. It looks really good.
So, what's funny? Like, great premises, right? And he's a brilliant dude, and he's got the art of slow. Like, his stuff is painstaking in a good way, like drawn out. And like, he knows how to keep you going. He moves at a snail's pace to tell the story. It works. How do you, like, that premise feels like, how do you sustain that through a series, Is it a one season limited or?
No. I think when Vince Gilligan does a series, it's an eye towards whether it catches an audience. I mean, he's done some stuff that just didn't catch an audience and only lasted one season. So we'll see how it does. But it sounds like a very fresh premise, and I'm all for that. My God, give me a fresh premise. But how he sustains it, we'll see. I mean, he's a fantastic content creator and showrunner. So we'll see. But sounds like a unique premise. And Rhea Seehorn she's very talented. So I think it's going to be pretty cool. I'm excited to get into it.
That's awesome. Yeah. That's awesome. Pumped up, my brother. Good stuff, baby.
Yeah, let's just close with let's watch Frankenstein on Friday, Guillermo del Toro's thing, and let's talk about it next week because I think it could be very interesting.
I you know what? I'm in Friday night. For it. I'll watch it.
Awesome.
I love him.
Awesome.
Yeah, look forward to it. All right, brother. We love you. Todd. Tony, come over here.
Phillies have signed a right-handed bat with a little pop to a minor league deal. Brian De La Cruz.
De La Cruz from Cincinnati.
I mean, he's hit 19, 20 home runs at the level.
Bring a chair over. Come hang out. Wait, what did he do last year?
He only played like 16 games last year. I don't know if he was hurt or anything. He stunk last year. He hit 190 last year. Big bat, little power, maybe death piece.
Clearly, lots of excitement over that one now. Not.
I mean, you feel good about that? I like the Alvarado.
I like taking a chance on that. Yeah, because he's played okay up here, man. He swung a good bat before, so I'm a believer. Let me see. What's his best year?
God.
2023.
This is grasping for straws.
He had 19 home runs, about 257.
This is just
2024. Hit 21 home runs, hit 270, 233. Yeah, I'm good with that.
Are you?
Yeah, coming off the bench? Yeah.
No, come off the bench.
He's better than Otto Kemp.
It's your boy.
I know. He's got more pop. He's got more pop than Otto Kemp.
Wow.
That was last year.
That's a nice looking shirt.
This and Otto.
That's Sixer shirt.
Yeah, that's
clean.
He's too handsome for
I
this
like the
room.
white.
Yeah.
Pops.
Gotta be a little different.
Yeah.
You look sharp, man. Hey, share my mic. Look sharp. So, everybody, this is Tony the Ref. Tony has been a friend for a long time. We go back. He's one of the great youth referees, high school referees, college referees, great basketball man, football man.
I'm good. I'm good. It's good to be here with you guys.
It's nice seeing you, man.
Always good seeing you, buddy.
Well, my season's getting ready to start. I don't have games for another 10 days, Division 2, Division 3.
So he'll do D2, D3 stuff, and a lot of the high school stuff, all the big high school games.
So let me ask you this, because my season started up coaching-wise. I coached Saturday. We start up.
Okay.
Big deal for me. I had to, I got to find some quality kicks because the kids won't respect me if I come in with some bobos and stuff. So I got to have new kicks each year. Do you think about that as the ref? Like, you got to get some –
I had to –
you think about your footwear so they respect you?
No. I have to worry about comfort because I've been born with flat feet all my life, so I've been wearing orthotics all my life. And each season I have to find a different pair that fits well because I got the custom orthotics from Rothman.
No, nice.
So I have to go on, how to feel on my feet.
But you going to roll out there with Skechers on?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I did that a couple years ago.
Oh, no disrespect? No players giving you come on, Tony. Ref Tony, you wearing some Skechers?
No, I'm worried about that.
You're not worried about kids. Like, what are you, nuts?
I don't know.
Dude,
my kids are brutal, dude. My kids are brutal.
You can't empower the kids. You're the adult. You gotta act like the adult.
He's scared of 12-year-olds. What are they gonna say
They're
about
gonna
his
shoot
shoes?
you up. You gotta act like the adult. What are you, nuts?
Spoken like a guy over
like a dad?
Over at St. Augustine, not Marion Anderson Rec Center down South Philly.
I don't want to hear about that.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something, all right? If you deal with kids at 11, 12, Massimo is a pain in the freaking ass. I fight with him every day. It's like I'm like a lion tamer, all right? Every day. They challenge you every day. When they're in 7th grade, it's the challenge time. Mm-hmm. And they want to step to you all the time. No, you're not step to you, but they want to challenge you all the time. And now's the time you got to show them, who's the lion and who's the lion tamer. And that's a big deal. You can't empower them.
Cuz Tortorella over here, dude.
No, I mean, listen, I do it with love, but there's enough. Like, you come to my practice, you're running.
Well, yeah, of course, but you
Like, I don't
can't
wanna
be
hear it.
rocking Bobos in there.
Are you coaching this season?
I'm probably going to help.
Coach,
because
He's a consultant. He's like Gillett. He won the chip.
I'm not. He moved up, so now he's 7th and 8th grade, and there's a kid, Danny, that he was a paid coach, who coached varsity. So we had tryouts the other night, and he was like, "You want to help out?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'll help out."
You got 13 assistant coaches like they do in the NBA.
No, he had nobody. He was like, "You mind?" I'm like, "Yeah, no, I got you." Like,
1 year I did wear LeBrons.
There you go.
So I did, but they were a little too heavy, but they were nice, nice black ones.
Coach Greg.
Hey, so I got 2 dogs that have referees are involved.
All right, let's
one
do
has
it.
a referee. And I want to know how you would handle the other one.
All right, let's go to our nugs, and then we'll get out of here.
Is this which ones are these? Are these the 10 and
Do,
11 you had on the
let's
list?
do the goalie.
Okay.
The goalie. All right.
The goalie.
Yes.
Let's
the
do
last
the goalie.
night, Ovechkin.
We're going back. We're going back.
This is Nugs.
We got Nugs. That's right. What am I doing? Oh my gosh.
You're all twisted.
Here we go. We never use it anymore, so here we go.
Every day. I love this segment. I love the opening.
Nug. Yeah.
All right, so Ovi scored a 900th goal in
Yeah.
NHL. First ever to do it. There's only one 900th puck ever made now, 900th goal puck. This is what Jordan Binnington did in St. Louis.
And he does some things. Watches after the goal is scored. He's got the puck. Watch what he does with the puck. He's going to keep it in his pants. I don't know if he wants to sell it on the open market or not, but they're not going to get that puck.
Referee's got to come have a talk with him.
Linesman Michel Cormier came over and said, "Hey, we know you got the puck, buddy."
Good job catching that. There's cameras everywhere, guys.
Great move by the ref. I would have did the same thing. Like, dude, come on, man.
Everybody knows you got it.
I would just say, dude, come on, man. Millions of people, but give up the puck.
What's he gonna just throw it on Sotheby's auction? Suddenly, Jordan Binnington's got the puck.
Do you think he was trying?
Yeah.
Do you think he was trying to pocket it, or do you think he was saving it for him and then he was going to give it to him after the game?
He just
We don't
hold
know
it,
the
yeah.
intention. We don't know.
The official had to come up and be like, yo, bro. Come on.
That was a pocket piece.
That's like in high school when the kid, they usually tell you kids get ready to get their 1,000 point or whatever. Like, all right, so we usually stop the game, whatever. And then I forgot it was one game last year, but they didn't stop the game, so I stopped the game. So everybody was looking, I was like, he scored 1,000 points. What's the problem?
That's good.
Yeah.
You gotta, these kids work hard, so you gotta acknowledge them.
Yeah.
So.
So this is more your wheelhouse. Jaylen Brown, there's some rumors about his hairline. So, he's apparently spray painting his hair, and he got OG Anunoby the other day. This is last night against Kaishan George.
No, this is not an offensive foul. Oh, no. Jalen Brown got another victim. Right there.
Oh,
He goes to the guy.
he
George
smudged
gets up,
him.
and he's got spray hair
He
on his
smudged
shirt.
him.
And the announcer says, "Oh no, Jalen got another victim."
Oh, got smudged.
Of course, I seen the memes going around social media. I was like, man, people are cruel out there.
You got to check it out. Make sure it's not blood. There's what is it? You are your head all right, Jalen?
What in the world, dude?
He responded. He retweeted that clip and said, "AI's getting out of control." He's blaming on AI.
Oh, get out. Live action AI. Yeah, right.
That's awesome.
He's painting his hair.
That's a tee, man. You got to tee him up.
Yeah.
Tony. Tee him up for that.
Would you tee him up, Tone?
No, I would just laugh. Like, go ahead, JV. Go ahead. Just go.
I love it. All right, back in the day. Let's go.
We're going back. We're going back. We're going back. Back in the day with True Mark. Oh, yeah.
We're going back 91 years ago today.
91 years ago.
For a historic NFL moment, the most lopsided shutout in NFL regular season history. The Eagles beat the Cincinnati Reds 64-0 on a Tuesday afternoon at Temple Stadium because rains postponed the game.
Rains?
5,000 people showed up. It also happened to be election day. And the win is so impactful. It is the last game Cincinnati had the city had a football team. The team imploded after this loss. 6 players jumped ship to St. Louis. And the city of Cincinnati never had another professional NFL football team until 1970 in the Bengals.
Wow.
The Eagles put them out of business, 64-0.
And you know what's ironic? At Temple Stadium, that land, that's where my church is. That's our church.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, we got the church across the street, and we got the athletic fields across the street. We got the football field and all that stuff.
Wait. That football field?
That's my church. That's ours.
No, get out. That's awesome. Yeah. In fact, I was there for a camp. St. Joe Prep had the camp there.
Yeah. I mean, because we got a lot of, like Swift, we were talking about Swift earlier, he's basically family.
Yeah.
So we got a lot of kids that prep with we have an athletic program at the church.
Yeah.
So we got an athletic director, my man, Greg Burris. You know, I did go for that job, but I wasn't ready for it yet. So we do have an athletic program. And the big thing is the football teams. We got all the weights, so we still got 2 teams left in Pop Warner. So then we got one more win, and they both go to Florida.
Nice.
We always send like 2 or 3 teams every year.
Yeah, what's the one team that always goes?
At least the 10U. The 10U goes.
Yeah, but what's the name of it?
Enon Eagles.
The Eagles.
Yeah, the Enon Eagles. Yeah. Because people ask, is that a city? It's like, no, that's a church.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, so. God bless, bro. That's fantastic.
Can I do one side note on the game? Swede Hansen of the Eagles rushed for an he rushed for an estimated 190 to 220 yards. They don't have an exact
estimated.
Yes,
I think I was about 200. Did you have the props? Did you have Swedes over 190 to 200?
Right.
Classic.
I'm on that one.
Andrew, great job. Yeah. Tony, thanks for coming by, baby. BG, everybody have a great day. Chat, love you, chat. Go Justin Herbert. Everybody have a great day. Love you. See you in the morning.
We all silly like the mayor.